Yo. Las líneas que parten el mundo. Yo, el meridiano.
Que sepa el mundo que soy de orgullo moreno. Ande donde ande, no olvido de dónde vengo. Traigo la sangre de un indio todoterreno. En fuego como un 10 son los pies de Cuauhtémoc. Que sepa el mundo que soy de orgullo moreno. Ande donde ande, no olvido de dónde vengo. Traigo la sangre de un indio todoterreno. En fuego como un 10 son los pies de Cuauhtémoc.
En una simple frase te explicaré cómo es mi gente. Si maltratas a un carnal, te devora la serpiente. Emplumada, va en picada, desquiciada el águila real. Le arrancará la cabeza a quien dañó su nopal.
Somos un ejército cautivo esperando la señal pa' comerme al enemigo. Huitzilopochtli, dime si es rival o amigo. Que del ejército mexica tus guerreros siguen vivos.
Soy un monstruo con la pluma, mis rimas envenenadas. Hoy me llaman Quetzalcóatl, soy la serpiente emplumada. Dueño de la tempestad y del tempo está muy claro. Un diluvio de verdad, en la instrumental soy Tlaloc.
Certero en mi disparo, hilo y camino, el flechador del cielo, pero con rimas. Cultura de mi tierra que nunca se acaba, con águilas y estrellas que vuelan desde las aguas. Que sepa el mundo que soy de orgullo moreno. Ande donde ande, no olvido de dónde vengo. Traigo la sangre de un indio todoterreno. En fuego como un 10 son los pies de Cuauhtémoc. Que sepa el mundo que soy de orgullo moreno. Ande donde ande, no olvido de dónde vengo. Traigo la sangre de un indio todoterreno. En fuego como un 10 son los pies de Cuauhtémoc.
Como aquí, bro, te juro no existen dos. Si voy a creer en alguien, solo va a ser en mi Dios. Yo me encomiendo a mi madre, que me cuida y me protege entre sierras. Amor de tonas y claro, sí, amor de mi madre tierra.
El que nunca falla, el de sangre maya, el que va dejando huellas al que buscan y no hallan, el que da la talla, el que triunfa y calla, al que copian y se basan, soy el calendario maya. Que sepa el mundo que soy de orgullo moreno. Ande donde ande, no olvido de dónde vengo. Traigo la sangre de un indio todoterreno. En fuego como un 10 son los pies de Cuauhtémoc. Que sepa el mundo que soy de orgullo moreno. Ande donde ande, no olvido de dónde vengo. Traigo la sangre de un indio todoterreno. En fuego como un 10 son los pies de Cuauhtémoc.
Yo soy guerrero de orgullo moreno. Mis dioses son verdaderos. Tlacozontli es el que cuida mis caminos y senderos.
Mi tierra pinta paisajes de autor, la naturaleza es una obra de amor donde el artista se expresa. Mira y aprecia el arte de Xochipilli, mi diosa de la belleza.
La guerra, el arte tienen cercanos roces. Netzahualcóyotl, rey con tintes de dioses. Un guerrero, poeta y muy pocos lo conocen. Hoy te lo recuerdo yo, el Sensontle y 400 voces.
Guerreros y leyendas que la historia a veces calla. Dioses de un ayer, de un hoy y de un mañana. Yo me encomiendo a Cuauhtémoc y Pachita es quien me sana. En mi sangre sigue viva la cultura mexicana. Que sepa el mundo que soy de orgullo moreno. Ande donde ande, no olvido de dónde vengo. Traigo la sangre de un indio todoterreno. En fuego como un 10 son los pies de Cuauhtémoc. Que sepa el mundo que soy de orgullo moreno. Ande donde ande, no olvido de dónde vengo. Traigo la sangre de un indio todoterreno. En fuego como un 10 son los pies de Cuauhtémoc.
En la Plaza de Reyes, la 50, soplón. Yeah. ¿Qué vas a saber?
¿Qué vas a saber tú? Oye, chibolito, faltóme. Pulpín de los pulpines, batería de Rapunzel. De rapeos, de raptos, de lagartos en cuartel. Cualquier la pega de cruel con un viejo coronel. Soy flujo, se me antojó dormirme en el laurel. Elevé mi level con un label y un Faber-Castell. Ya un papel, lo empape con sangre de todo aquel que se jura Nobel y no ve mis trenes en la riel. What's so man? ¿Por qué no sacan la tabue? Juro por mis aguas que no te hablo por las powers. Soy chinchado neto, búscame por pico sour y te voy a meter al centro loco como power. Escúchame atento mi pro, que estamos rompiéndole en pro. El negro de Plaza de Reyes como siempre rompe este micrófono. Que quiere meterle como yo pero no puede meterle taco bron. Si te pensaba que solo era un gallo, déjame decirle que se equivocó. Real motherfucker feeling on the street. Es el black shit metal de Plaza de Kings. Motherfucker, so plum.
Nero Luigi, man, desde Peña, en la victoria, para que sepa. Incas Mo, it's money gang, gang, yeah, yeah, Yo también he llorado, gente, también me han desplazado por mi rasgo afrodescendiente. Sí, un perro no habla pero siente. Cuento historias callejeras pa' barrios de delincuentes. Soy un perro que te ladra, que te muerde y que te huele, nene. Soy más que Lele, ustedes para mí son pelele. Con mi jauría todo el día en busca de los cheles. Tengo un perro en fiscalía que nos mueve los papeles y otro en la comisaría para evitar el susto. Muchas veces me han llevado por solo como luzco. Perdón, madre mía, si yo le causé un disgusto, pero en esta vía yo crecí rodeado de perros chuscos. Yo sé que me quieren ganar, yo sé que me quieren tumbar y no pasará porque soy de verdad. Está súper rafina la Dodo Style, metido en latina aprendiendo un style. Yo tengo el style, no mido la raza del perro, yo mido por la lealtad y yo soy leal. La calle te enseña lo que no te enseña la universidad. Salí de ese peña aquí con una seña te tiran para atrás. La calle limeña aquí nadie la dueña, ya nada es igual. Tiene que respetar, tiene que respetar. La calle te enseña lo que no te enseña la universidad. Salí de ese peña aquí con una seña te tiran para atrás. La calle limeña aquí nada le duele, ya nada es igual. Tiene que respetar, si yo soy tu papá. Cinco mob, negro. Cinco mob, nigga. Nero Luigi, man. Incas mob, It's money gang, gang, gang,
Hey, yo. Yango en la maldita casa. Me llaman pa' que les dé al menos una vez al mes. Se metieron al lago y olvidaron que era el Ness. For everybody bless. La fama es una puta, me está llamando a las 3. Dile que llame después de las 16 y 25. Volví de la infancia de Abraham Lincoln. Con fuerza ya inco, luchando para salir del rincón. Letra callejera en CD brinco. Under del under, puede que tu viejo te lo mande. Sale de vez en cuando como el cóndor por los Andes. Mi cuerpo no es de madera como Dandy. Antes que me branden, yo seré el ola que los expande. Aunque esto me pique en la madera, no sirven ni para romper el ticket de un evento afuera. Loco por la carrera, desafían la gravedad. Yo espero tras la barrera y llego con la novedad. Niña, tú solo espera que ya encontré la manera. He visto bastante por querer lograrlo saltando escalones dentro de la escalera. La vida me puso al depósito, yo soy de púlpito pa' que el mundo conociéramos de esta parte mejor intérprete que ha parido esta cordillera. Sin luz afuera, que el espectáculo es dentro. La calle es mi templo, tiembla el pavimento. Cuando yo me concentro, mis disparos son temas. La calle un poema se siente desde cuando entro. Y a toditos estos drogaditos que creen que rapean los regreso al centro de mi balcón. Yo he visto el clown de clown en la misma gestión, pero a la malla no llega el balón. Y para esta pantalla no soy el patrón. Yo ya me sé la cuestión y doy fue por cada renglón. Consciente de la operación del final de Mbappé con la edad de bufón. De Yango en la maldita casa, Plaza de Reyes, papá. El Nero Luigi, Black Cimental, hip hop peruano, rasgo en la maldita base.
This content does not belong to Bible Chronicles or claim this intellectual property. The content provided today has and always will belong to the content owner. Bible Chronicles does not have any affiliation with the owner of this property. As mentioned, Bible Chronicles did not intend to make use of any material for the purpose of harvesting gain. However, Title 17 of United States copyright law states material and use can only be done when it's for theological or general educational purposes, and thus Bible Chronicles believes that this principal material falls under fair use, which honors protection under Section 107 of the same U.S. copyright law.
Hey, shalom. 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 Yo! What's up, family? ¿Cómo están todos? Well, willing, y'all doing well? Hey, listen, I have this system I use, right? It allows me to just play the video outright. But it seems to slow down or just cut half through. So I don't really give a damn if it looks corny as hell, if that's still the word that people use. When I'm going and opening the video, I just, man, you know what I'm saying? I'm still gonna stick to like my process, you know. It's not perfect, fam, but I'm not here to really impress anybody. I go through it because of the spiritual motions that I still have to follow. You know, you can't, at least me, the way I work, Lord willing, it continues this way because it seems like it's, you know, a sincere approach. I don't just jump on the class and like, oh yeah, I'm gonna just, nah, man, you gotta really like either pray on it, or not usually, you always have to, but sometimes the spirit isn't just there. You know, it isn't the time. You know what I'm saying? Like something comes up, or you're distracted, or it's like you know, it's there, and then all of a sudden, like, nah, man, it doesn't work. Because for me, these topics are important, right? So it's not just let me put up on show. Unlike other people or like other channels that you guys find, they'll put up a show for the intent of generating income. So obviously, you know, for them, it has to be a schedule. I don't see it like that. Anyways, here you guys know how I roll. So, let me see. So, anyways, shalom everybody. Those that are watching now, or those that will be watching later, or those that hate this channel, appreciate y'all for the love and hate. And then those enemies that are watching from afar or quietly, I'm glad you're watching. Oh, because you know, there's a lot of there's an agenda, and I'm going to say this to basically, you know, everybody. Well, I'll say it like this: for us so-called Hispanics, especially if you're born like in Mexico or Central or South, and you've come from the politics or the people, right? You've experienced the things that, like, really what is the truth. You know that people that look like you will freaking rob you. They will pass laws to favor them. Now, on the spiritual level, that's obviously another thing. But just in reality, people, okay, this goes for all you, all nationalities, all races, I'm sorry, all tribes, so to speak. I'm not sure why some of y'all think in certain races that people that look like you wouldn't backstab your ass. You know what? To me, that is very weird. It is very weird to me because, you know, on one end, right? On one end, you got a nation. Y'all gonna have to listen to this for a second. Hey, shalom, Salome, what's up, man? What's up? On one end, right, you got the so-called white man. They're arguing about, you know, this new world order, but they've been talking about it forever, right? And how, oh, it's gonna be so bad, and you know, we're just gonna have to whatever, fight back. What, I don't know, man. There's just this whole talk, right? And they're like, oh yeah, against the system. Yet the very same system that they're against, right? They look like them. The very same people that are passing or attempting to, you know, this new so-called world order, they look just like them, right? Now, on the other end, and I'm talking about, because we're in America here, you got so-called African Americans who actually believe that there is absolutely no way that people that look like them will backstab their ass. Well, I'm here to tell you, maybe in this channel, you're finally realizing that there are people in this world that will enslave your ass, even if they look like you. You see, on the spiritual level, we can talk about it all day, but you guys gotta come to your senses. And this is why when you come from South America or Central or Mexico, you understand that over there, politics don't give a shit about you. They don't care if you look like them. They're gonna pass laws, they're gonna favor them. Again, on the spiritual level, this channel, I hope y'all understand. I'm talking about different things right now. But this is our reality. So when we come to this country, or when these people came to us, oh, New World Order, those people are gonna, have us as slaves. The very same people that look just like you, Mr. White Man, right? Because you see these Republicans, far right wing ringers talking about all this shit, Glenn Beck, all of that stuff, right? Okay, cool, yeah, but they're just like you, man. They look just like you. The very same people that look like you are passing these laws, but yet you're complaining about the very same people that look like you. Okay, that's one topic. The next one, like I said, you have so-called black folks that believe that there's absolutely no way that their politicians would actually go out there and backstab their ass. Well, guess what? They are. They will. Because on a spiritual level, now let me talk about the spiritual level. You see, we're not all the same people, okay? We're not. And we have proven in this channel that there is a mixture of nations. And each one has an agenda, okay? And each one has a job to do. Very clear on this, family. I just want to make sure that you guys understand this. Because for us so-called Hispanics, Latinos, when I talk to you, all right, we say these things like the very same people that look like me are the very same people that want to kill me, man. They rob me, man. Like, yeah. Here in America, for sure, here in America, the very same people that look like us will do that to us, but not every single one of us. That's why I always say, man, collectively, I love my gente. Individually, we all got work to do. That's just a fact, man. Those are facts. You know what I'm saying? But at least there are some of us here that have a fear of the Most High, because that's the only way. I'm going to tell you this. This is the only way, family. I'm even doing these classes. There's absolutely no other reason why I am doing these classes. This is my opportunity to put my brick in, because my circumstances or whatever it may be, my moving, I had other plans, man, and it just didn't work out. So at least this is my way to put my brick in for you, family. Because again, I'm just a voice over the damn internet, man. Y'all don't know me. I don't know you guys. We don't know the life of each other. You don't pay my bills. I don't pay your bills. I understand that. But the little that we can do for each other is one provides, one listens. If y'all have something to share and anybody here listens to me and is motivated to do a channel, freaking reach out to me, man. I will help y'all. I will show you how to go about it, what things to run into, how to avoid problems, what is the most inexpensive way to do it, if y'all are really down to do classes. Because that's what we're supposed to do. Okay? So remember, this is why my purpose is, okay? This is it, and it's going to begin right here. Watch this. Matthew 12. Oh, by the way, the name of the class I call the Negro Conquistadors of 1492. Yes, I'm going to stay with my topic. Y'all need to really, for you guys that are new to this channel, if you're new, well, I don't think you are, but if you are, just walk with me, okay? Just literally walk with me. And by the way, if this video shows that I'm not live, yes, I'm live. It's 11 a.m., 11:09 here in California, 4/16/2023, okay? So keep that in mind. I am live. I don't know why YouTube wants to say I'm not. Somebody told me that the other day that it wasn't. I am. So anyways, let's begin, fam. Let's get started, man. Let's get started. I want to get through this class real quick because I want to do something today. Let's see. Matthew 12:34, it says, O generation of vipers, how can ye, being evil, speak good things? For out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. Now, why am I bringing this up? Because of this, family. You see, we got to be very mindful. We got to pay close attention to the things that people say, to the things that people say in the videos or newspaper or articles or books. You see, because there's a lot of information, right? And the way that you have to, I guess, help you. Let me share something with the way I work. Because I got a lot of material, man. I got a lot of books. I read a lot. And I'm not saying like I'm always reading, like, oh, I got this. No, no. I'm not saying it to show off, fam. I have to work with my mind, okay? Like I really probably suffer from anxiety disorder. That's probably why. So I'm glad that now the Most High has replaced this alcoholism that I have with books, because that's my vice. That's where I came from. For y'all that know me, that was my thorn in the flesh. The alcoholism. I came from that. It was a horrible history, family. Who am I today is not even anywhere near close to who I used to be. I'm telling you this right now. Anyways, the reason I'm sharing this is because as much as I may seem to read, right, there's only certain things that matter. Obviously, when you read, it does help you, understand words and how to communicate better. And, they call it become more, they say you sound a little bit more intellectual. That's what they say, right, in this nation. The point being is, though, it does help you. But the point being is that you have to filter all of that shit. Got to get rid of it. Because for out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. You see, out of the abundance, out of all the things that the mind is talking about, thinking about, you will hear it. You will hear it. You will know for a fact. What is that? Did he just say that? Did I just hear him say what I think he said? Did I just no wait. Did I? Okay, cool. Well, let me think about that again. All right. Let's go to Luke 6. It says the same thing. So obviously, you have to understand that it goes both ways. Luke 6:45 says, "A good man out of the good treasure of his heart bringeth forth that which is good." So if you, like they say, you are what you think about. Really, you are what you think about. Whatever you're thinking about, that's what you are. Whatever you're thinking about, that's what you become. A good man out of the good treasure of his heart bringeth forth that which is good, right? So if you, look, we all have negative thoughts, at least for the so-called Hispanic culture, we don't believe in depression. I don't know about other nations. We don't believe in that shit. It's like, I remember growing up, man, we're like, I was like, hey, mom, I'm bored. You don't tell that to a Mexican mom, bro. You don't do that. You don't tell your mom, hey, I'm bored, mom. You're out of your mind. Get to cleaning. Something. There's no such thing as depression. Now, I'm sure that there is a spiritual essence. There's a spiritual part of it. Not I'm sure. I know there's a spiritual part to it. But on the surface level, like the flesh, it doesn't really roll with us, all right? So it says here. Anyways, let me go back to my topic. A good man out of the good treasure of his heart bringeth forth that which is good. So regardless of, problems that one may have, for the most part, spiritually, we if you're a Hebrew, if you're a righteous individual, right, and just unfortunately obviously we didn't know who we were. And, there's nobody here that says they never sin. But for the most part, you have a good spirit. Okay. So out of you bring forth good things, good thoughts, a communication, a level of civility. You know what I'm saying? Now, check this out. On the contrary, mon frère, and an evil man out of the evil treasure of his heart bringeth forth that which is evil. Again, you are what you think about. So when you pay attention to the things that people say, they're going to expose themselves as to whether they're good in sincerity or they're effing evil. For of the abundance of the heart, his mouth speaketh. You see what?
Hey, family. The reason I'm doing this class real quick is because I got sick, fam. I can't do the class that I had in mind, but I'm answering this school who is I don't remember what they're called. They're like a red shirt. A brother sent me the link, honestly, and this so-called Hispanic looking dude, tried to say that excuse me. I just got real sick real fast, man. Lord willing, I'll be okay. He tried to say that the viceroyals of Esmeralda in Peru were our gente, and that's so far from the truth. They are absolutely not. So we're gonna stick around this whole class. I'll be here. My apologies. I just don't think I'll be able to do a full live. I was thinking about going 4 hours, okay? But I'll have it scheduled next week. Let's continue, fam. That's my point.
What I'm saying?
I hope y'all doing
Now I'm
well.
gonna tell you this, fam. I'm not, you know, I may be rude in speech, but I'm not rude in knowledge. Okay. And I might come across as sometimes like a little forceful. Maybe I may come across like I don't listen. I really do. You know, um, I hope that people understand that when I speak to brothers that I'm not normal, man. I mean, I'm sure y'all probably know that by now. I mean, what Hebrew is freaking normal? You know what I'm saying? Come on, for God's sakes. Yeah, I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. After going through all this and still having the faith within you, because that's all we got, other than the indeed works, right? You apply the laws, you live righteously. You know what I'm saying? You stay kosher, so-called kosher. You don't eat certain meats. You don't eat certain foods, right? You keep the high holy days as best as you can, yada yada yada. I mean, you know, that's what we try to do. That's what I try to do. But again, let me read it again. Let me not forget my point. Luke 6:45 says, "A good man out of the good treasure of his heart bringeth forth that which is good." So again, goes back to the beginning. Pay attention to what people are saying. And an evil man out of the evil treasure of his heart bringeth forth that which is evil. For out of the abundance of the heart, his mouth speaketh. Now, again, I'm bringing this up for a purpose. I'm not avoiding this, okay? So now, let me show this with you guys before I continue. I want to share this video with you guys. I find it interesting. Where is it at? Watch this. Oh, I got upset. My bad. Anyhow, watch this real quick. It says here, how I guess America is criticizing Mexico, right? So this is not my my video or anything. I don't know who this is. I found it on TikTok. But I find it interesting because, again, out of the abundance of the heart, his mouth speaketh. So when you listen to people accuse, pass laws, claim to be righteous for the purpose of helping, yet your entire history, you show nothing but hypocrisy. Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. Family, just walk with me. Let's go.
Y acusan a Rusia de invadir una nación. Y quieren llevar al Tribunal Internacional a su presidente y ninguno de sus criminales de guerra va. Esa es la verdad de una nación a la que denuncia Andrés Manuel López Obrador y la evidencia en su hipocresía. No somos nosotros los culpables del narcotráfico. Ustedes consumen, ustedes asesinan, ustedes lavan el dinero e inundan nuestro país de armas y corrompen a los nuestros. Esos son los hipócritas de siempre, los del destino manifiesto. Esos que creen estar llamados por Dios para gobernar al mundo. Esos que ocultan sus miserias, sus vilezas y sus delitos y acusan a los otros de lo que ellos son. Esos que sí son narcotraficantes y acusan a México de serlo. Esos que son terroristas internacionales y destruyen el Nord Stream 2 y acusan a otros de ser terroristas. Esos que destruyeron Irak, Libia, Afganistán, Siria y acusan a Rusia de invadir una nación. Y quieren llevar al Tribunal Internacional a su presidente y ninguno de sus criminales de guerra va. Esa es la verdad de una nación a la que denuncia Andrés Manuel López Obrador y la evidencia en su hipocresía. No somos nosotros los culpables del narcotráfico. Ustedes consumen, ustedes asesinan, ustedes lavan el dinero e inundan nuestro país de armas y corrompen a los nuestros. Esos son los hipócritas.
Like I said, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. This is not a made up story. Here in America, we know the history. We understand fully the hypocrisy, right? And the reason I'm bringing this up, family, is because you're going to see that this is hypocrisy right here. Why do you think I named it the Negro Conquistadors? Because you're going to see hypocrisy today. Okay? I'm going to give you examples of hypocrisy. And I'm going to give you examples because of the hypocrisy of this. This is why when you read the scriptures, right, and it says, be mindful nobody deceive you. Well, those deceivers obviously have several spirits within them. And one of them is a hypocritical spirit. Yeah. Think about it. You did this. You did this. Well, hold on a second. Didn't you do it too? You see what I'm saying? The white man did it. The white man did it. Wait. Hold on now. Now we're finding out that you did it too. Because we know that this is our reality here. Let's listen in.
Sterilization. This practice, which began in the 1800s and continued well into the 1970s, involved the forced or coerced sterilization of indigenous women without their informed consent. Many of these women were targeted because they were deemed unfit to bear children due to factors such as poverty, disability, or perceived social deviance. Others were targeted simply because of their race. The sterilization procedures were often carried out without proper medical care, resulting in complications and sometimes even death. This practice was part of a broader effort by the U.S. government to control the reproduction of marginalized groups, and it had devastating consequences for Native American communities. Today, many Native American activists and organizations are working to raise awareness about this dark chapter in American.
Yeah, dark chapter. But you know what? You know what's so funny? I just remember that. 1917 fumigation on Mexico. I find it interesting because, look, the dark history of gasoline baths at the border. Now, why am I relating this to that? Well, because if they're over here gasoline bathing people, our sisters as well, what do you think is going on? Sterilization. These chemicals are cancerous, man. They would spray you all over. I did a class on this. Hold on, my bad. Hold on, my bad. Man, I did a class on this. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do a class on sterilization. I wanted to bring it up to your attention because this is our reality right here. And it wasn't just, a certain people. Now, why did I bring up Matthew and Luke? Because of this, family. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 1. It says, "Now we beseech you, brethren, by the coming of our Lord Jesus Christ, or the Messiah, and by our gathering together unto him." Now, I want to bring this up, and I'm just going to do it real fast. Because there are... Okay, I don't understand. This is one thing I don't understand. I don't talk to people that completely disagree with me on particular topics. Like, if you don't believe in the New Testament, you don't believe in the Messiah, then there's nothing that you and I can talk about. Neither do I need your support. Oh, yeah, hey, support me when I make a statement. No, I don't need nothing from you. Because it's the very same people that don't believe in the Messiah. Okay? So my question, not my question to them, but I wonder sometimes, like, if you're only Old Testament guy, so you must be sacrificing animals till this very day. I mean, I'm assuming that. Anyways, the point I'm bringing up is, before I read this, is because of this. I remember seeing this one time. Where is it at? Right here? Or right here, right? It says 45:21. It says here, Old Testament guys say, "Tell ye and bring them near. Yea, let them take counsel together. Isaiah 45:21, who had declared this from ancient time, who had told it from that time, have not I the Lord? There is no God else beside me, a just God and a Savior, and there is none beside me. Okay? So they say, you see that? See that, Ark? Go kill a goat now. So I wonder if they believe that adultery is when you actually do commit adultery, not in the mind. And if it's not in the mind, then if it's when you commit adultery, then how would you know when to stop? It just makes no sense to me, right? Anyways, so the reason I'm bringing this up is because when you go back to chapter 19, check this out. I'm just going to bring this up, and then I'm going to go back to Thessalonians. It says here, Isaiah 19:20, it says, and it shall be for a sign and for a witness unto the Lord of hosts in the land of Egypt, for they shall cry unto the Lord because of the oppressors, and he shall send them a savior, and a great one, not great ones, a great one, and he shall deliver them. It's not talking about the Most High. It says here, the Most High, will cry unto the Most High, and he, the Most High, will send them someone else. Anyhow, let me continue. 2 Thessalonians 2:1. Now I beseech you, brethren, for the coming of our Lord Jesus Christ, and by our gathering together unto him, that ye be not soon forsaken in the mind, or be troubled, neither by spirit. Remember, keep in mind what it says by spirit, right? Hey, shalom, Rick, shalom, Eastside. Let me see what you got, Solomon. Eso es lo que yo siempre he dicho, y si ellos no compran México o otros países no venden. Yep. It says here, then ye shall not be soon shaken in the mind, or be troubled, neither by spirit, nor by the word, nor by letter, as from us. So now here, excuse me, here, Paul is like, letting the Thessalonians know, hey, listen, don't be troubled, neither by spirit, no, someone else's doctrine, nor by word. Hey, Ak, listen, come over here, man. Here's the truth, Ak. We the real Jews. We ruled Europe. We're going to get there. Nor by letters as from us, as that the day of Christ is at hand. It says, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come. You see that? Except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. Now, I find this very interesting right here. 2 Thessalonians 2:3. Why do I find that very, very interesting? Watch this. I'm gonna skip to verse 8. And then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of mouth, and shall destroy the brightness of his coming. Now, let me go back to verse. Hold on a second. Let me go back to verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means. All right, so here's the warning. For that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. So now, I wish I would have had the flyer, but it was ripped. I had a flyer from IOIC, right? And here, let me see this. I could barely see the page. It's like really blurry. I couldn't take a picture of it. It's just got like ink and all of it, right? So it wouldn't have mattered anyhow. But one of their flyers says, it goes to, I believe, Wisdom of Solomon 14, talks about the invention of idols. Here, I'll show you. They go to this scripture, right? They go, Wisdom of Solomon 14:12 says, for the devising of idols was the beginning of spiritual fornication. For the devising of idols was the beginning of spiritual fornication, and the invention of them, the corruption of life. For neither were they from the beginning, neither shall they be forever. For by vainglory of men they entered into the world, and therefore shall they come shortly to an end. For by vainglory of men, verse 14, for by vainglory of men, right? And in verse 12, for the devising of idols, meaning what? Images. Okay. So in their flyer, they're using this. And then they go, yeah, look, they have a picture of the white Jesus, right? The white Jesus, and then the Virgin Mary, and all of that crap, fam. Right? But then in the same very in the very same flyer, fam. It's an old flyer, right? They have that. This is what they have on the other side of the flyer. Now, let's go back to Thessalonians 2 and 3. 2 and 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed. How would we reveal that man of sin? Easy. He'd break the first commandment. I mean, he'd break second Exodus 20 and 4. Thou shalt not make unto thee. Hold on a second. Oh, let me get that flyer real quick. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image. Did you hear that? Thou shalt not make unto thee any. And I'm not talking about a few, not one, just, you could just have one. No images or any likeness of anything. Heaven above, earth beneath, wherever. First, that's the second commandment. First of all, you shall have no other gods before me. That's for sure. Second one's like, do not make images. Don't make any images. But we see now that the son of perdition shall be revealed, and that man of sin be revealed. How? Who opposed and exalted himself above all that is called God. That's how. The scriptures don't lie, fam. It says no images. So the moment we see someone saying, oh, look at their images, look at our images, though, by the way. Hypocritical. The same schools, like IUIC, right? They go and bother a Christian church, and then they end up in court. And in court, they're arguing that the Christian church is taking people's money. And that's why they're so opposed to the Christian church. Well, America, I was part of IUIC for 4 freaking years. Yeah, I was lost. Okay. And one thing about them is they do ask you for money. You're part of a platform. Okay. And in that platform, they're always bringing up, particular alms scriptures, whether it's Sirach or what is the other one? Tobit. Now, once you're a soldier or you have a purple shirt, you have to give money. That's my experience. Or they'll demote you and take the shirt away, and you'll just be a brother. That's exactly what I was told. I'm not lying. Let the Most High punish me if I'm lying. He would have already. So, who opposed it and exalted himself above all that is God and that is worshipped, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. You see what I'm saying? Let no man deceive you by any means. Remember you not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things. So this is in remembrance. This is why you go to Ecclesiastes, and it talks about the things that happened before are going to happen again. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. And now you know with what withhold it that he might be revealed in his time. We read Habakkuk. I showed you in another class, Habakkuk, who those guys are. Remember, hold this thought right here, and I'm not going to read it, but I'm just going to show you, okay? Let's not forget, fam, Psalms 83 says what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Several nations, family. It ain't just one. Second Thessalonians 2:6. And now ye know what withholdeth that he might be revealed in his time. For the mysteries of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let it. Meaning, only you who, excuse me real quick. I'm going to share this with you. Only you who doesn't do this. Revelation 1:3. Blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of his prophecy. Only you who doesn't read, who doesn't study, who doesn't follow the scriptures, who's not mindful of what's going on, right? Only you will not be blessed. It says here, blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of his prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein. Meaning, you keep that in mind. For the time is at hand. Time is now. For the mysteries, right here, for the mysteries of iniquity doth already work. Second Thessalonians 2:7. Doth already work. And only he who now letteth will let it, until he be taken out of the way. You see, a lot of us, brothers, I fear for you. Ezekiel, Cornelius. I don't really know the other 2 or 3, but I did break bread with these 2. And then shall the wicked be revealed. So it's saying that there's going to be a process in this this venture right here. There's a process here. You see, didn't we have the white image for 500 years? Shouldn't this had already happened? 500 years already, right? Do you think? But no, all of a sudden, in the last, I don't know what, 20 years? Now all of a sudden we see a push of black image. You see, family, and the reason why I'm hearkening on the image, right? Because I have nothing against what you look like. But when you F with my gente, like our people, and I know that you had something to do with it, yes, I got a problem with you. The reason I say that is because an image did not change my life. I'm going to share something with you guys, family, real quick. Something out of topic, just to show you, okay? Because you know that I come from the, alcoholic background. And there was a time where I used to go to AA. And I'm telling you, man, I guess in AA, they give you, the 24-hour tokens, right? I must have had like thousands of those. I was always just, I couldn't keep it. Because technically they give you 24. If you don't sober for 30 days, they give you 24 because you come back. That's kind of the way it works, right? So that doesn't mean I was drinking every day. I mean, I wouldn't be sober within 30 days. I'd drink again. All right. So it was very repetitive for me. It was not easy. I think it took 15 years, maybe, to get about 60 days of sobriety. You see, there's an actual, spiritual aspect behind these things, right? It's part of, they call them isms, whatever, but it is spiritual. We all battle with different things. That's why if you guys read Paul, if you understand Paul battled with something. He doesn't really say what it is. It talks about lust, but he battled with something. He understood what it meant. That's why Romans 7 is so deep. If you read Romans 7 and you understand Romans 7, you'll understand what Paul was talking about throughout the whole New Testament, quite frankly. I mean, it's a giveaway right there. It's a giveaway right there. For y'all that don't understand the sacrificial aspect of getting rid of that, that's a giveaway right there in Romans 7. If y'all get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. So, what was the point of mine? Oh my God. Anyhow, regarding it took me forever, right? It took me forever to find sobriety until one day, this white guy, okay, he sees me there. I think I got maybe 60 days, I think, right? Almost 60. I barely get over 30, 45 days. And, I've seen the dude, and he had 10, 15 years sobriety. He comes up to me. This is I know it sounds real close. No, this has happened Must have been 30. This happened like 15, 16 years ago, right? He comes up to me and, we're talking and he's like, yeah, man. So, I understand you're having a hard time staying sober, this and that, blah, blah, blah. And yeah. So he was like, what do you understand about the higher power thing? I'm like, I don't know, God, whatever, because I was a Catholic. So he tells me, he says, listen, man, this is what I did. You know how you think of God? What do you think of God? And I was like, I don't know. I don't know. I just don't ever think of him. Do you think of him as a person, whatever, bearded dude? Like, yeah, I guess so. Well, just get rid of that image. He says that to me. Get rid of that image. Don't think of that image anymore. Don't, because it has a bad connotation to it or like, connection to it, right? So get rid of it. Like, okay. Maybe your high power could be something else, this or that. Some people use some like to see it, whatever. Some people are weird, right? But the point being, families, he told me, get rid of the image. Get rid of the understanding of what God looks like. Just ask your higher power to help you with sobriety. So I was like, okay, I could do that. I could do that. I didn't need an image. It was implanted in my brain because of church and all that, crap, right? But I didn't need an image. So when he said, listen, get rid of it. Family, I started getting sober after that. You see, this is why I hearken on the whole concept of Exodus 20. I know how important it is. Because when I think of the Most High, I don't think of an image of the Most High. I think of the scriptures. Honestly, I think of the scriptures. I don't think of nothing else. Obviously, the power that I see around me, hello, the spiritual aspect of relationship that I have with him, how I know when wisdom is with me or when I'm effing up and it ain't. And that's some scary shit right there. Which is why I hearken onto this, family. I'm telling you right now, the mind works like a camera. The moment you click on a picture, it imprints it, and you never lose a picture. The mind is the same way. So if you're teaching your children that black image is Christ, and assumption that God looks like him, what are they going to think about when they're praying? They're not thinking of the book. They're thinking of a man. And then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of the mouth and shall destroy the brightness of his coming. Watch this. Even him whose coming is after the workings of Satan with all power, signs, and lying wonders. You guys got to be very mindful what it's saying right here, right here. This is important right here. Even him whose coming is after the workings of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders. Watch this. I'm going to copy right here. Let me put it back right there. I'm going to come back to it. And lying wonders, okay? Watch this real quick. Second Corinthians 11 and 13. For such are false prophets, deceitful workers, transforming themselves into the apostles of Christ. And no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light. I'm going to go back right here in the bottom. Okay? 2 Thessalonians 2:9. Even him whose coming is after the workings of Satan, with all power, signs, and lying wonders, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish. Watch this. 2 Corinthians 11:14. And no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light. Therefore, it is no great thing if his ministers also be transformed as the ministers of righteousness. Wow. This is, I don't know what else to put in your front of your face. Whose end shall be according to their works. Then you go back to 2 Thessalonians 2:2, right? Here we go, right here. Let's go finish it. 2 and 11. It says, and for this cause God shall send them strong delusions, that they should believe a lie. What the hell? For real, fam. That they all might be damned who believe not the truth, but had pleasure in unrighteousness. Why? Why? Where is it at? Let me see. Put themselves. Lovers, is that this one? Lovers of themselves. Give me a second, fam. I think I had it down somewhere. Nah, forget it. I thought I had it written, but I guess I didn't. But when you see, right, my point being is, I was looking at, I thought I had the scripture where it talks about had pleasures and unrighteousness, but it's like there are people out there that want and need and will become an image. Okay. Oh, as a matter of fact, it's right here. Look, I just cried. I can't remember. I can't believe it, man. I'll praise it. I didn't even realize it. Right here. It says here, Wisdom of Solomon 12:2. For the devising of idols was the beginning of spiritual fornication. Verse 14. For by the vainglory of men, they entered into the world. The vainglory, meaning them. Now, all of these things, I'm bringing this up because they're important, especially nowadays. Then it says here, 2 Thessalonians 3:1. Let me just try to get back to the point. Finally, brethren, pray for us that the word of the Lord may have free course and be glorified, even as it is with you, and that we may be delivered from unreasonable and wicked men. For all men have not faith. See that? Not all of them. So let me see this. Oh, here it goes right here. Let's see. That's what I was looking for. Look at this right here. This is what I was looking for, family. No wonder. Okay, it says right here. This is why I'm talking about in regards to how the image is very corruptible and how it's tied to the vainglory of men. It says here right here. It says 2 Thessalonians 3:3, without natural affection. I'm sorry, no, 2 Thessalonians 3:2, it says, for men shall be lovers of themselves.
Hey, family, again, as I told you, man, I came down with a heavy cold. It just came real fast. So, but I'm answering to a so-called school that is going around teaching that these viceroy peruanos of African descent are our gente. They did a full-on class yesterday or 2 days ago. I can't recall. But I wanted to get this out of the way. The scheduled class will be next week. It's just I got a big headache, man, and I can't last probably 30 minutes on the show. So anyways, I'm still watching, family. All right. So just let y'all know that. Let's go.
Covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful and unholy. But this is important right here. For men shall be lovers of themselves, covetous, boasters, proud. Who does that sound like? It's giving away the signs, fam. It's giving away the signs. I'm going to show you something real quick. This is why I'm bringing this up. Where are you? Here goes right here. This is from Scriptures, Sacred Writings of the World's Religion, right? Arturo Marcelo Pascual. The Holy Pivi, Sacred Book of Rastafarianism. Page 56. So, here you can kind of see how the beginnings of it, right? But this is the page that I'm looking at. Page 57. Watch what it says here, family. Watch this. Rastafarianism was born in Jamaica in 1920 under the influence of the black political leader Marcus Garvey. Now, keep in mind, who pushes Marcus Garvey so much? IUIC. Nate the Snake. Okay? Everyone West Camp pushes Marcus Garvey. Says he promoted the Pan-Africanist movement. You cannot make this stuff up. Watch. Where are you? Is this it? Let me see something, fam. Where is it at? Oh, man. See if I have it here. Hold on. I'm going to show you something real quick. I have this picture here, right? But I'm gonna prove something to y'all. The Pan-Africanist. The Pan-Africanist. Pan-Africanist. Where are you? I don't like to do this. But I have a picture of Nate, and he is a world-renowned writer, a missionary, and let's not leave this out, a Pan-Africanist.
A ver, que alguien me explique.
How can you be a Pan-Africanist and claim that you're a Hebrew? I mean, I don't get it. But I can't find a picture, fam. But I'll find it. Maybe it's in my Facebook. But the point, and you guys can find it. Go if you guys have what's that place? What's that thing called? Some app where they go debate each other. If anybody knows, man, you can just post it. What is it called? It's some stupid app. Anyways, if you go to that app, I'm sure you guys know, right? And you look at the people's profiles, it'll tell you who they are, right? In this app, he's got his profile and it shows that he's a Pan-Africanist. So let's go back. Under the influence of black political leader Marcus Garvey, he promoted the Pan-Africanist movement that advocates the return to Africa to shake the yoke off white colonialism and recover the roots of black culture and civilization. Okay. His prophesied of a new Ethiopia, a new Africa, stretching her hands of influence throughout the world, teaching man that the way of life and peace, the way of God. Side point, there was two Ethiopias, family. And there was a time where Ethiopia, matter of fact, I may do a class on this because what I'm finding is that the Ethiopia that you guys find in the Bible is not the Ethiopia that you find in Africa. Map geographically, it doesn't make sense. I'll touch on it another day. I'm not really interested right now because honestly, I'm kind of excited about proving that these bastards are excuse me, are conquistadors, man. You know what I'm saying? And they got nothing to do with us. I wasn't wrong. I honestly, family, because I walked through these rooms. I was sincere. I didn't have any intent to like cause issues or nothing. I was I was a normal person. I had problems too, and I opened my spirit, my mind, my family. I took my family to these rooms, but more and more I felt like I was supposed to lose my spirit, my culture, what I remember, and become something I wasn't, a Pan-Africanist type of feeling. Yeah, man. Yeah, hey, you know what, Eastside? That's true. I found that to be very true, especially when you see the more Jews of the Moorish Jews, right? And a lot of it does have to do with that. There's that's a huge connection with all this right here. So this is why, I keep sharing this. Like I walked in these rooms and it's like I was supposed to let go of my cultura, like what I feel, what I know, what I spiritually. And it's like they were forcing me to be this Pan-Africanist Israelite shit. Straight up. And I'm like, man, if maybe I'm not a Hebrew, but I don't know. I just didn't feel right. And I was like, well, I'm gonna keep the laws. Then it says he prophesied as a new Ethiopia. Matter of fact, I don't even want to, continue that topic. Let me just continue. His prophecy seemed to have been confirmed when Rastafari was crowned emperor of Ethiopia in 1930. This means like the prophecy of, I guess, what Marcus Garvey was wishing for, right? And then it says, taking the name Haile Selassie, the power of the Holy Trinity. He became the head of one of the first official Christian nations in history, Abyssinia. He claimed descent from King Solomon and Queen of Sheba, and was given an impressive range of titles: King of Kings, Chosen of God, Conqueror of Lion of Judah. His followers added that the title Jah, abbreviated to Yahweh. He looked upon him as the living Messiah, sent to the black race to lead it to the true promised land. That's a Pan-Africanist. That's a Pan-Africanist. Okay? But the funny part is he was a devout Christian, did not accept any claim of divine status. They did, however, welcome Rastafarians in this country, visited Jamaica, blah, blah, blah. So this is where that comes from. It says here, Bible for black race. Rastas accept the King James Version. This is my point where I'm going to lead into, okay? Remember, family, walk with me. Rasta accepts the King James Version of the Bible as a holy scripture, but calls into question a number of passages that they consider to have been rewritten for benefit of the white race. Isn't that contrary to what they say now? Okay, keep that in mind. The Holy Pivi affirms that Africans are the children of Israel. The book's title is a Creole translation of Holy Bible. It was written by Robert Athlai Rogers, a militant Pan-Africanist from Antigua. The book designates Ethiopians, by which it refers to Africans in general, which that's in question, as God's chosen people. Rogers claims that the book was translated from Amharic in the ancient Semitic language of Ethiopia. It proclaims self-determination for African people and refers to Haile Selassie as a Messiah and Marcus Garvey as his prophet. So this is what Nate pushes. This is Nate. You are promoting this right here. This Marcus Garvey. Marcus Garvey had nothing to do with us, family. Let alone these people did not want anything to do with us at all, whatsoever. Now, I was gonna show this, but it doesn't matter to me. It's like, I guess white folks are complaining about them having their so-called Passover. I was gonna mention it, but it's like it's not even important because it's just them complaining. And the funny part is they got some so-called rabbi. He's complaining, oh my God, they're gonna, but yet he's shaved, no beard, and he's a rabbi. I'm assuming you don't believe in the New Testament, but you have no beard. It's hypocritical. So it's like both of them are stupid. But anyways, regarding King James, all right, let me stick to the topic. Regarding King James, okay? Regarding King James. I'm going to show you this real quick. If you guys recall, the Indian massacre of 1622. I would like for you guys to do some history on it if you can. Read about it. Interesting stuff, okay? All right? So now, I'm going to show y'all another article. It's from history.net.com. Here, I'm going to put it up on a link so you guys can see. I'm not trying to hide it. Yeah, Solomon, pero no me confie. I know, man. It's all good, bro. We walked through there, but it's all good. We learned, you know what I'm saying? We walked through those walls, those rooms. It's all good. Check this out. It says here, this is what I'm talking about right here. Where are you? You see, the reason I'm bringing this up, fam, I find it very interesting. You see, these black Hebrew converts, they say that this man is King James, which I'm sure he is. And they say that he is an Israelite. Okay? Even though this man has a long ass nose, they say he's black from the tribe of Judah. See, IsraeliteUnite.com. All right. So as you can see, I'm not making it up. That's where I got it. I didn't get it from them, but I just found it. Okay. Now, well, the King James 1611 or 1619, I can't even remember, honestly. Right? Watch what it says here. Matter of fact, I'll read it to the top. I'm just going to read right there. Right here. The settlement was a disaster almost from the beginning. The society had dispatched some 250 colonists to the plantation in October 1618 and sent between 30 to 100 additional settlers before March 1622. But by the eve of Powhatan uprising, less than 150 remained alive. Here, let me magnify it. Disease, malnutrition, poor organization, and ignorance of the new environment all contributed to a high mortality rate. These months prior to the Indian attack, colonies described Martin's hundreds as solely weakened and in much confusion. Okay, watch this. Here's my point. The situation was so precarious that the society informed the Virginia Company of London, whose name was to establish a Protestant English colony in the land threatened by Spain, and that their colonists were physically and financially unable to house, feed, clothe, educate, and convert local Indian children, as they had earlier pledged to do so. Okay? Follow me here. It says here the Virginia Company of London. So, black Hebrew Israelites, you're saying this guy is King James, authorized the Bible, which is a Protestant, so far confirming, okay? King, and he's black. All right? You're saying he is your people, because he ain't my people. Heck, damn sure. Watch this. Virginia Company of London. What does it say here? The Virginia Company of London was a joint stock company chartered, meaning established, by King James the First in 1606 to establish colony in North America. Such a venture allowed the crown to reap the benefits of colonialization, natural resources, new markets for English goods, leverage against who? The Spaniards, without bearing the cost. So, wait, hold on a second. I don't understand. This is and family. I really wanted to wait a minute. Is it the same King James? This is the very same person. So you're claiming that this man is an Israelite, right here. The same man that chartered and owned part of the Virginia Company, which was selling slaves. Hold on a second.
Bruh.
For real? Hold on.
Bruh.
For real? Make it make sense, family. This is why I'm like, dude, what is this? Are you telling me that you did not find out? You did not know? But no, then you think, oh, maybe they no. Then it starts making even more sense. Then it really makes more sense. Watch this. I'm gonna show you this right now. This is from, let me see. Let the blood stay pure, right? Watch this. This is from page 66. Let me Let me read it. I'll read that one next. Watch this real quick, fam. Okay? This is going to make sense now. In page 67, it says here, the year 1619 has been earmarked as the earliest date of arrival for the Negroes to the English colony. Yet they accompanied Spanish North American expeditions almost a century before the English arrival in Virginia. Why? Because they came with the white conquistadors. That's why we have Negro Conquistadores. There's also evidence that they cohabitated with the Aborigines in the 17th century. In 1603, 7 Negroes escaped from St. Augustine, with some maintaining their freedom and marrying Indian women. Watch this real quick, okay? It says, Franciscans found Negroes and Indians cohabiting together in Florida and repeatedly admonished the Aborigines that it was an unclean thing to keep Negro mistresses. So you're like, oh, you see, no, man, they were telling the Indians to get away from black women. No, watch this. Yet, one can assume that the use of the term Negro as used in the 16th and 17th century referred to people, one can assume, right? Referred to people of African descent, right? You can assume. While the term Negro is often interpreted in our modern time to mean people of African descent. 16th century Spanish definition of the term also shrouds it in ethics and racial ambiguity, as the word Negro was not synonymous with Africans. Man, come on, bro. And this is why I was saying way before, fam, when I highlighted this Franciscan was telling those Negroes not to deal with our women. You see, that's why out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. You got to be very clear-minded when you're reading this material. And you got to read up or read down. Then it says here, the earliest use of the term can be traced to the late medieval Italy and Iberian Peninsula. Negro, negri, negri, negro, negre, petro, or pietro, or prieto, right? Black, meaning dark. It was usually a simple description of perceived color or appearance. Negro was used by various European nations as a broad term was applied to numerous groups of non-white people. Hence, it was meant by term Negro as well as equivalent terms as a range of color shades for human, generally dark brown, always less extreme than the true black, from approaching the darkness of black, and also including very often of medium shades of brown, whose colors seem to contrast sharply with white or clear shades. So, why the ambiguity? Ambiguity. Why the secrecy? Why so much wording involved? When you read this and you are not prepared to read this, you would not know what you just read. All you're going to see is black, black, slave, black. That's it. Because we've been conditioned to have empathy. That's it. But see, in these books, watch this real quick. And this is where you start really defining the hidden racism in its own self, right? This is why you so-called black folks, man, you got to pay attention to this. Watch this. Winant and Olmi's list must be expanded to include 4 sequential or racial dictatorships, that blood politics, which unevenly define the criteria of black and native categories, resituating human bodies in social structures, which often resulted in the disruption of family unit, as described by Ellison. Watch this. America's racial formation project has been widely based on Anglo-Saxon fixation with blackness, resulting in a tendency to define all part African persons by their degree of blackness rather than by their entire ancestry. Throughout American history, a person's legal status has been based on percentage of perceivedness blackness, beginning at 1/8, which later increased to 1/4, and by the 12th century was defined by an ascertainable amount of Negro blood. Hence, black identity became largely defined by what sociologists call the law of hypodescent, popularly known as the one-drop rule. In other words, one drop of Negro blood makes a person a Negro, negating all other ancestries. Very true. On the contrary, American Indian identity not only required the absence of African ancestry, but it also comprised a blood quantum requirement, a substantial amount of Indian ancestry in order for an individual or tribe to be considered authentic. Karen Blue aptly stated, it may only take one drop of black blood to make a person a Negro, but it takes a lot of Indian blood to make a person a real Indian. Consequently, the process of defining who was black, who was Indian, took on two different opposites. So here we start defining now. We start seeing the true. Why do you think? Look, I didn't want to show this because this broad is annoying to me. But look what she says.
You know, I'm of mixed background. What am I supposed to mark on an application? Am I supposed to mark multiple boxes? And plus, if you are painting people as an oppressor, if you're white,
that's
and
a terrible
then saying
thing to
that
tell
you're
someone to do.
oppressed,
Well, it's the
if
truth
you're
because you believe in
color,
affirmative action. So I said mark black. If you're a mixed student, I'm in an interracial relationship, so I can speak to this. I have a son that's half white and a son that's half black and a daughter that's half white and half black.
Okay.
They're going to mark black because I know that there are people like you at the universities who will say, well, because this person is black, I'm just going to let them in.
No, they're going to mark black.
No, family, listen, I'm going to tell you this right now. The reason black people mark black, or you assume that you're black, is because you guys created that yourselves. Who the hell told you to invite Mariah Carey in your picture? You could have been like, the woman's white. That's it. I don't care if she's 1/8. But yet, you aboriginals, wobbles, you idiots, have the, I'm going to use your word, the audacity to question us when a bunch of y'all are freaking white. A lot of you guys. Yes, we got black Edomites and white Canaanites. I know it sounds weird, family. Sounds weird. Look at this. I'm going to show you this real quick. The ambiguity. Call it ambiguity. This is how you start erasing somebody's actual heritage, family. That's how we got to be mindful. This is from the exploration in ethnic studies. Hook you guys up. Gonna go down right here on page, I don't know what page it is. Hold on, where are you? I'm almost done, family. I just wanted to show you this real quick. Okay, here goes. The use of term Negro and black includes persons of Native American ancestry and Anglo-North American, okay? The word black may include all Negroes, but the term Negro does not include all black persons. Tricky. We are of the opinion that words white, Negro, mulatto, and black persons, whenever they occur in our Constitution, must be taken in their genetic sense. That the words black persons in the 14th century must be taken as distinguished from white and necessarily includes all races other than the Caucasians, okay? So now you're seeing this, you're reading this, oh my God, yeah, whatever. Let's go down here. It says, it's page 11. In the British slave colonies of North America along the Atlantic coast, many persons of American ancestry were at times classified as blacks, Negroes, mulattoes, or people of color, and these terms were, of course, used for people of African ancestry. The manner in which Americans and part Americans were sometimes classified as mulattoes or people of color from England to South Carolina in the Spanish Empire are explored elsewhere. The purpose here is to illustrate how the term Negro has been applied to the people of American descent. Let's see here. Let's see. The possibility that Native Americans were quite commonly called Negroes is very much supported by Portuguese usage. See? It says here, during the colonial period, Brazilian Indians were repeatedly referred to as Negroes or Negros de la Tierra. Right here in the bottom. Among the regrettable practices which have resulted in this disparagement of Indians, one prime abuse is the unjustifiable and scandalous practice of calling them negros. Perhaps by doing so, the intent was no other than to induce in them the belief that their origins, that they had been destined to be the slaves of whites, as in generally conceived to be the case for blacks from the coast of Africa. The director will not permit hence that nobody may refer to Indians as negros, nor that they themselves may use the epithet among themselves as currently the case. You guys can explore this. Look, the reason why I'm bringing this up, right, is for one thing, we see here, this guy One West, he owned the London, Virginia company, which transported slaves. Okay? I'm not done. I'm not done. Give me a second. I also want to show you this. This is from I appreciate you, brother. This is kind of funny. Watch this. Let's check it out.
When you realize the pseudoscience comes from WPPL. Read if you dare.
Can you guys hear me? Hold on a second. Let me see. Hold on. Hello. Testing. Testing 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, you're right. You can't hear me, huh? Oh yeah, you can. Testing 1, 2, 3. No, man, you guys can hear me, man. What's wrong with you? You okay, Solomate? Thank you, brother. At least checking in, man. Appreciate you. One of the reason I'm bringing this up is because as you can see how they've been clouding the heritage history. Now you got people, these idiots, right, that don't do enough research and just go by pictures and assumptions. And then they go and use this. Yeah, the Europeans were black, we're black, and they enslaved us. And then now I find that these Aboriginals, because I was asking a brother, like, man, I don't know much about Aboriginals. So do they believe they're Hebrews? Like, nah, I don't think so. Well, I found one that he's an Aboriginal that thinks he's a Hebrew. Okay, so anyways, let's continue. I'm going to show you this right now. Watch this. So here, hold on a second. I showed you this the other day. Yeah, I'm going to show you this first. It goes right here. Let's listen to this, fam. This is from Negros en la Alta Sociedad de los que Netflix y HBO no hablan. Okay? So I showed this to you guys the other day, but I want to dissect it a little bit more, because then I'm going to show you, when you read like caciques and stuff like that, right? When you read in the books caciques, we used to think caciques were like our gente. Guess what? We're going to find out that a lot of them were not our gente. It gets better. This is why when you do research, you got to go in it and find it. That's why. Well, first of all, never be afraid, fam. Never be afraid to find out who you are. Like I said, if I'm a heathen, hey, man, I'm going to embrace it. All praise to the Most High. I don't think that's the actual case, and plus, my DNA shows, because I did it, shows that I'm 91% native of these lands, and then that my haplo happens to be out of the Levant. So make it make sense. Anyways, the point being is this. Check it out. All right, here we go. Watch this. Let's listen to what he says. I'm going to read it first. It says, los hijos de los negros etíopes, los hijos de los negros etíopes educados, caso extraño, en palacio salen de ingenio tan pronto y tan después dispuestos para todo que, quitando aparte el color, se les tomaría por uno de los nuestros. Okay, so this is what the Spaniard is saying, the white skin one. All right, check this out.
Quien le cita en su prólogo del Quijote o de Lope de Vega, quien le admiró tanto que dijo que quería ser el Juan Latino blanco. Otra historia de superación digna de una película. El siglo XVIII fue muy prolífico para los mulatos, ya que fue cuando más se titularon en las universidades hispanoamericanas. Un libro del Colegio de México nos resume las vicisitudes que tenían los estudiantes de orígenes humildes, tanto mulatos como indígenas como blancos, para estudiar en la universidad, ya que a las élites no les gustaba que gente de orígenes innobles estudiaran con ellos en la universidad.
You guys hear that? He said the Spanish mulattoes, mestizos, okay, all of them, they did not want. Here, let me repeat it. They did not want. Hold on.
Uno gustaba que gente de orígenes innobles estudiaran con ellos en la universidad.
Orígenes innobles. You know what that means, right? Our gente. They didn't want our gente to go study with them. Okay? Remember, family, Mexico and Central has been illiterate for 500 years. Okay? The literacy increased like in the 1940s. It wasn't always the case, fam. We were not allowed to read. Unlike America, white and black folks. Yeah, y'all both knew how to read. Stop it. Don't lie. They're not lying to us no more. Anyways, watch this real quick, okay? Let's see. Now we're exploring Mexico, and we see that there's a boatload of stuff going on over there. And then even within them, that's why apparently I'm telling you, on the spiritual level, we know now that people that look like us aren't our people. Not all kin folks is skin folk. Stupid topic, to be honest with you. But that's the duplicity of stupidity. That you would think, oh, not all kin folks is skin folks. That's just dumb to think that, oh, because you look like me, you're going to be my people and you're going to be on my side. No, you guys are dumb to think that, okay? That's just the way America has treated y'all, and you could believe that. But see, us, we know that that's not the case, because spiritually we sense something. We couldn't put our hand, our finger on it, like, what the hell, man? Y'all like me? Why don't you like me? Now we know. Let's go.
Uno de esos mulatos llegó a tener mucho renombre. Hablamos de José Manuel Valdés, que estudió medicina y llegó a ser catedrático en la Universidad de San Marcos de Lima. Fue miembro de la Real Academia Médica de Madrid a principios del siglo XIX, luchó por la independencia del Perú y se convirtió en el primer parlamentario negro de la República del Perú. Pero
that he became the first black parliamentary of Peru, okay? All right, remember, these guys, supposedly they freed, right? They helped Peru. But remember, when they were studying at the universities, who did they not want to study with? Our gente. So who were they freeing? Themselves. From what? From taxes, from territory shit. They were not on our side, fam. All right, let's go.
Si lo que quieren son protagonistas femeninas y negras, no se preocupen, señores de Netflix, que en el Imperio Español hay historias para todos los gustos de la corrección política.
He has a little humor. Watch this.
Y se convirtió en el primer parlamentario negro de la República del Perú. Pero si lo que quieren son protagonistas femeninas y negras, no se preocupen, señores de Netflix, que en el Imperio Español hay historias para todos los gustos de la corrección política.
La presencia de mujeres africanas enterradas en el interior del templo nos habla precisamente de cómo las mujeres africanas tenían acceso a una serie de espacios que inicialmente pensábamos eran exclusivos para los europeos.
You hear that? There were cemeteries, right? There were cadavers or bodies found in cemeteries that us only thought belonged to the white man, the Caucasian Spaniards. But no, there were black women with them. Not our women, black women, Africans, okay? So when you start seeing these pictures about mixtures and shit, we are starting to see the clouding of Psalms 83, Jeremiah 17:4. Let us cut them off from being a nation. And then Jeremiah 17 says what? Israel will forget who they are. Well, then you got to be cutting off who you are, for then you who can forget who you are. You don't just wake up one day and you forget who you are. No, through slavery, through the oppression, to the robbing of a culture is how you forget who you are. Look, see, all praises to the Most High that we're finding these things out now before it's too late. Again, the son of perdition shall be revealed. Let's go.
Muy probablemente gran parte de esta población africana no era esclava, era población libre.
Not probably, bro. Not probably. They were not slaves, okay? They were not slaves.
De Dios. ¡Producción! ¡Producción! ¡Llévense a este niño que... El niño quiere ir al baño, producción. ¡Apúrense!
Vamos, amiguito.
No seas tímido, mi amor. Ve con el Señor, no seas tímido.
See, that's what we're doing spiritually to Canaan right here, right now. We're kicking y'all asses out. You're not our gente. You're not our people. You're not who you are. You're not who we are. You're not Aboriginals. You're not Aztecs. You're not Mayas. You're not natives. You're a damn bunch of culture vultures. That's what you are. Okay, you want me to remind you? First of all, let's go back real quick, because I know that you guys like to talk shit about other nations. So I'm going to bring it up to you guys. First of all, how the hell do you get rap music? Like, not rap music in general, a genre. Gangster rap. Where did that come from? The Chucks, the Dickies, the Lowriders, the Beats, the gangsters, all of that. Where did that come from? That's a raza thing. That ain't a black thing. Oh, but everybody else is the culture vulture, right? Who had lowriders? Who has cars with rims now? Oh, who has cars with systems? Who did all that? Let's go, fam.
Que participaba en estas actividades, incluyendo las comerciales en la ciudad de Panamá.
También las rebeliones de esclavos se sucedieron en varios puntos del Imperio Español. En algunos casos...
This is the one I want to bring up because Aboriginals love to bring up this picture right here. Hey, please, somebody, hold on a second. Let me see. Hold on, fam. I had to do that. That's called for war, fam. Because this Aboriginals love to show this picture. So let's find out who these guys are. Okay? Remember I told you that caciques? Remember caciques? Remember that? We're going to find out who these caciques are.
Dando como resultado emplazamientos autogestionados por ellos. Una de esas rebeliones fue la que protagonizaron los ascendientes de los llamados mulatos de Esmeraldas. Esmeraldas es una región que hoy se encuentra en el actual Ecuador. Estos mulatos eran descendientes de esclavos que, tras rebelarse, se convirtieron en caciques de territorios indígenas.
What the hell? Did you guys hear that? Estos mulatos, que son africanos, se convirtieron en caciques. Now, let's watch. Listen.
Razón por la cual llevan esos adornos dorados en la cara típicos de la gente del lugar. La obra...
So then they put these things on because typically what the people would wear around those places. So now, Aboriginals, I hope you're listening. Fopies, idiots. Oh, I'm sorry. We lost somebody. Somebody didn't like it. Too bad. Move on. Now, here it says here that they... Caciques, okay? So I'm going to show you something about caciques. All right, here we go.
Autogestionados por ellos. Una de esas rebeliones fue la que protagonizaron los ascendientes de los llamados mulatos de Esmeraldas. Esmeraldas es una región que hoy se encuentra en el actual Ecuador. Estos mulatos eran descendientes de esclavos que, tras rebelarse, se convirtieron en caciques de territorios indígenas. Razón...
See, there you go. These mulattoes who were Africans converted themselves or to put themselves in position of power as caciques. So that's why when you read books in regards to like the caciques were giving away slaves, we're thinking, damn, man, y'all are sellouts. No, they weren't our people. That's why, watch this. Now it's a perfect time. Because I'm gonna, oh, no, not yet. Because I don't want to lose my point. So then caciques, right? So you hear like caciques. It's saying right here. Watch this.
Que tras rebelarse se convirtieron en caciques de territorios indígenas.
See, so now you're gonna be like, whoa, shoot, man, I didn't know that. I never heard that. Well, watch what this guy says right here. Hold on, right? Hold on. Let me. Watch what this guy says right here. Watch this, okay? Watch what he says. This is a professor at a university in Mexico. This guy on the left. I think it goes right here. Watch. Oh, sorry.
Hay que salir un poco de los tópicos sobre los indios, los españoles, la iglesia, etcétera, y abrirnos nosotros.
Otro de los tópicos es precisamente eso, ¿no? ¿Qué hablamos cuando hablamos de indios? Muchos son mestizos. Muchos de estos caciques no son indios puros.
Claro.
Muchos son mestizos. Muchos de estos caciques no son indios puros. Indios. Muchos son mestizos. Muchos de estos caciques no son indios puros.
A lot of these caciques were not Indians either. Hey, some people don't want to hear the truth, bro. That's straight up the fact. They don't want to hear some of these caciques were not our people. What the hell? What is going on? Yeah, I'll give you another one. Bro, for real, man. Like, for real, bro. For real. Hey, wait, One West.
A ver, que alguien me explique.
Why isn't One West bringing this up? So now I know why this makes sense. You see, this is from the Maya Conquistadors, Matthew Restall. Okay, highly suggest to get the book. Watch what it says right here. All right, page 162. Now it's gonna make sense. It's all connecting, family. Watch this. But these oppressive clergymen get really angry at us while forcing us to work in their homes, doing whatever they tell us to. For those black men, let me repeat that again. For those black men have their own homes and servants and their own horses and rabbits. Furthermore, they have settled in our Kahab. By the way, this book is actually the perspective of the Mayans. Okay, this is what the Mayans are saying. Our gente. They said we are providing them with food and household goods, and they neither paid a thing, nor do we ask them to. Reparations. Let's see. For they are ashamed of us and afraid of us too. Although they are the guardians and are given the responsibility, and are asked to go to each. And as they are not paid by the bishops, the burden of it is given unto us, reparations. But there is no salary. So now we give them much food, and they do not pay us. Reparations. We now pay them well and fully to be guardians of many Kahab. Meanwhile, may you reimburse us, great reigning ruler, with whatever the bishop that is here in the province of Yucatan orders. May you, the governor, Don Luis Céspedes de Oviedo, see that we do not have many things, for we are always being robbed. Let me repeat that again. We are always being robbed. This is the very reason why there is discord with the bishop that is here in the province, and discord with all the black padres.
Angelitos de Dios.
See that? With all of them. Hold on.
Bruh.
Thus, we are unhappy and tortured by them. And we are locked up in jails just for not going along with the authority created by your magistrates. So we may be charged whatever money we have in our hands. This is the price we pay for our own homes. We do not know any reason for us to be tortured and damned by your magistrates, the black padres, and the other Spaniards, which we have lamented from the depths of our heart. Thus we have in our hands is not much, only our burial, clothes, and our tribute, goods. We have now told of it all. We people that are here in this providence, therefore do not have the word. We truly need the doctrine, for we do not have it. For it be born in our hearts, there must be a Franciscan padre here, for they all truly love us, the Franciscans, right? They do not torture, but do good deeds. May they travel then to us today. This doesn't sound like, I mean, this is black folks treating our people like shit. Now, it makes sense why these caciques.
Cuando hablamos de indios, muchos son mestizos. Muchos de estos caciques no son indios puros, son mestizos.
Son mestizos.
See, a lot of them are Indians. I mean, a lot of them are mestizos. They're not our people. A lot of these caciques were mulattoes of African descent. Look, Black Conquistadors, armed Africans. Watch this real quick. This is from Black Conquistadors, armed Africans in early Spanish America. I'm just going to get one particular extract. It says, I, Juan Garrido, black resident de color negro vecino of this city, Mexico, appear before your mercy that I am in need of making a probanza to the perpetuity of the king, a report on how I serve your majesty in the conquest and pacification of these New Spain. You see that? He served your majesty in the conquest and pacification. Remember what Donald Trump said? We tamed the country. Aren't these aboriginals talking the same shit? You see, family, y'all know to start waking up, man. It says here, from the time when the Marquis de Valle entered in his company, I was present at all the invasions and conquests and pacifications which were carried out, always with the said Marquez. You guys, look, all of which I did at my own expense without being given either salary or allotment of natives, repartimientos de indios, or anything else. Now, I'm going to show you something, fam. You're like, repartimiento de indios? What do you mean? Yeah, watch this. Same dude, right? At the school.
So here we got funk. Let's generate and...
I don't like this commercial, man. I used to pay for it, family, but it's just annoying. I don't want to pay $25. Let's go. Watch this. Watch what he says.
Negros, africanos, vienen esclavos y en las batallas los esclavos se defienden e incluso a veces protegen a sus amos y se ganan su libertad, ¿no? Y resulta que tenemos conquistadores negros, africanos, que reciben encomiendas, ¿sí?
Sí, negros africanos que reciben encomiendas. We just said it right here. Read it. All of which I did not. All of which I did at my own expense without giving any either salary or allotment, repartimientos, encomiendas, or anything. As I am married and a resident of this city, who did he marry, fam? Where I have always lived, and also I went with the Marquez de Valle to discover the islands. Look, and also I went to discover and pacify the islands of San Juan, de Borinquen de Puerto Rico. And also I went into the pacification and conquest of the islands of Cuba. And with the adelantado Diego Velázquez. In all these ways of 30 years I have served. 30 years, fam. 30 years. I need you to read this book if you ever have a chance or buy it. The Conquest of... the Dogs of Conquest. I have this book, okay? In this book, the Dogs of Conquest may have been their Spanish owner's best friend. Certainly, they were the Indians' worst enemy. Spaniards satisfied their vilest lust of greed and sadism through the attacks of snarling mastiffs, greyhounds, and other breeds trained for human hunt. You see, now that you're starting to see the picture, now you look at these eyes. You see these. I'm saying you open your eyes and you look at Bartolomé de las Casas, and then you read about how they destroyed our gente. 28 says, the hideous and detestable pestilence that had laid waste to the province has been the license which the governor gave to the Spaniards in demanding slaves of the caciques. What? And lords of the villages. They would make demands every 4 or 5 months, and whatsoever each one obtained the government's grace license requiring 50 slaves of the caciques. But who were the caciques for the most part? Mulattoes. Not our gente. Oh, really? I didn't know that, Rick. Thank you, bro. I'll check it out. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Let's see. And it says here, they would make demands every 4 or 5 months, whatsoever each one obtained grace license qualifying. Sorry, I'm trying to skip. Requiring 50 slaves of the cacique, with the threat that if he gave them not, he would be burned alive or thrown to the savage dogs. Since the Indians generally keep not slaves, for a cacique has 2 at most, or 3 or 4, the Lord would go through the village and take first all the orphans. So the caciques had slaves because they were not our people. And then ask those who had children to give 1, or those 3 or 2, and this wise the cacique would obtain the number that the tyrant asked of him, with great cries and weeping from the village. For these are the people who, it seems, most love their children in the world. And since this would be done so many times from the year 1523 to the year 1533, they laid waste all the kingdom. So see, even when you're reading this, you realize if these caciques were a gente, then why would it say, for these people are the people who seem most love their children in the world? So these caciques did not give a shit about us. So now you're starting to see the clarity. Now you're like, wait a minute, hold on a second. Let me get this image of myself. Wait. So it wasn't only black conquistadors? Nah, fam. It wasn't only white conquistadors. It was also black ones. And these caciques that they would put in positions of power were not our people. And these padres that they would put to so-called teach us the word of God were not our people. So now this makes perfect sense. You see, man, it just goes hand in hand. Hold on. What is it called? Mexican. Hold on a second. Where are you? Mexican pyramids. Where are you? I have it in Spanish. And I know I have it in English. Hold on. Here it goes right here. Now we know. Oh, come on, man. Hold on. Let me see if I can get it here, fam. Hold on a second. I'm going to do it quick. Hold on. Now this is making sense. Now for me, now I know why and who was involved in this right here. Watch this. Here it goes. Check it out. This is from the Mysteries of the Mexican Pyramids, okay? Watch what it says. Now we're starting to see clearly. Spanish apologists, page 16, retorted that their presence had saved 600,000 Indian lives from being sacrificed in the altars in the first 30 years of conquest. They said of the Indians that God truly did them a great service by entrusting them to the Spaniards who converted them and treated them so well. Really, okay? As the land was stolen from natives, great famine ensued, yet heavy taxes were laid on Indians. By whom? By the caciques. Those who failed to pay were tortured to death. Indians who refused to join the Catholic Church were horsewhipped, had their heads shaved, and were forbidden to hold office or title in their villages. For failing to attend mass or for practicing any old riots, the Indians could receive 100 lashes. According to the Spaniards, Indians were supposed to only know Our Father, Ave Maria, Credo, and the 10 Commandments. Reading and writing were considered as dangerous as the devil. See that, fam? So now we understand what this is. So now we're getting more clarity. Now we're like, wait a minute. So all of these things that were occurring to us, Psalms 83 is starting to be much more clear. Psalms 83 is starting to be much more clear. So when you get a chance, fam, take a look at that book. I'm almost done. Watch this, because I'm about 10 more minutes, and that's it. So let's remind these people. This is from, hold on a second. Let me go over here real quick before I forget. So I got the Dogs of Conquest. The first slave owners of the colonies, Anthony, I was going to show that, but you guys already know. Here, I'll put this in here. You guys can check it out. The book, which was, what's that book? Which one? This one is from the the mysteries of the Mexican pyramids. The mysteries of the Mexican pyramids. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can find it. The mystery of the Mexican pyramid. This one right here. It's not even expensive either. That one. Mysteries of Mexican pyramids. There's that. You know what? This book is a heavy book. Y'all need to get that book. I'm telling you, it's a heavy duty book. There's a lot of information in there. Matter of fact, I'll post it right here, sis, so you can have it. There's a lot of information in there. All right. I was gonna show this video just to show you guys like Anthony Johnson and all the crap. Like, this guy was wicked, man. Look, I'm just glad that all of this is coming out. Okay, well, we read that already. We checked this out. Oh, check it. I almost forgot. Watch this. This is from a book called, here, I'm going to post it. Damn, thank you, Lord. It's from a book called Historia de la Esclavitud de Raza Africana en el Nuevo Mundo, en especial en los países Américo-Hispanos. So this writer, his name is called Jose Antonio Sacco. He's got a lot of books. And as a matter of fact, he's from what I'm understanding, he's got a pretty strong authority on the slavery of so-called Africans. Watch what they say. This is an interesting page. Okay? Here we're seeing how they were not mistreated at all. They were treated just like the white Spaniards. Okay? Here they're basically saying how from time that they weren't even paying their tributary, cost. Right? I'm going to start reading right here, and you guys can pick it up. You guys can pick it up. This is from page 55, 54. It's in Spanish, so I think they have it in English too. Aún hoy sucede casi lo mismo, bien que los más viven libremente sin pagar nada, por ignorarse su paradero en las campañas. Y si les hostigan, se pasan a otro gobierno, meaning like they don't pay any taxes. And if they're bothered with something, then they go to another governing, area. Los pocos que lo pagan no es al arerio, sino a lo que llaman ramo de guerra, que es un fondo de que disponen los gobernadores, right? So now, check this out. No fue la crueldad el distintivo general de la esclavitud de los negros en las posiciones españolas, sobre todo en ciertos países del continente. So like saying, not in all places was it like, cruelty, right? It wasn't all good like this. I'm sorry, like in these, like all over, everybody was different. And then it says here, y pinta muy bien su condición para Nueva España una carta que el padre Juan de Torquemada inserte en su obra, y que lo toma de los manuscritos de Fray Toribio de Motolinia. Dicha carta es de un negro de aquella tierra, que envió a otro amigo suyo esclavo, también negro, establecido en la isla española. Right? So he's sending a letter to the people in the islands. It says, amigo, le dice, esta es buena tierra para los esclavos. Aquí negro tiene buena comida. Aquí negro tiene esclavo que sirve a negro. Y el esclavo del negro tiene namorio, que quiere decir 6 criados. Por eso trabaja que tu amo te venda para que vengas a esta tierra que es la mejor del mundo para los negros.
¡Producción! 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 ¡Llévense a este niño que...
You see what I'm saying? It's clear right here. Amigo, le dices a esta buena tierra para los esclavos. Aquí negro tiene buena comida. Aquí negro tiene esclavo que sirve a negro. Y el esclavo del negro tiene naborio, que quiere decir negros 6 criados. Por eso trabaja. Que tu amo te venda para que vengas a esta tierra, que es la mejor del mundo para los negros. Who were the slaves of these negros? Our people. Of course. Look. Dando por cierto esta carta, y no hay motivo para dudar de ella, no diré que fuese aplicado en aquellos tiempos a todas las provincias americanas hispanas, pero es justo reconocer, como en otro lugar demostraré, que la legislación española fue mucho más templada y benéfica para con los negros esclavos que la de otras naciones europeas que tuvieron colonias en el Nuevo Mundo. Wow, bro, for real, bro.
O sea, a ver, que alguien me explique.
De aquí proviene la abundancia de libertos que desde los premios tiempos la conquista hubo en los dominios españoles. Y contrayéndome a la isla de Cuba, las actas del Ayuntamiento de La Habana manifiestan que antes de 1560 ya había en ella muchos negros libertos de ambos sexos, que para estimularlos al trabajo repartíanles tierras y solares lo mismo que a los blancos, teniendo para su buen gobierno su alguacil negro. They're basically even. They were even with the white man. They had the same as the white man. Repartimientos de tierra, just like the white man. This is material that we're reading. This is material that we're reading, fam. You know, it's about time that we understand who these guys really are. Okay. This is from the Geographical History of Africa, written in Arabic and Italian by Leo Moore, born in Granada. Leo Moore, he's an African. Okay. Listen to what he says. The originals of people of Africa. About the original of Africans, our historiographers thus much disagree. For some will have them to be divided from the inhabitants of Palestine, because as they being expelled out of their own country by Assyrians, they came at the length into Africa, seeing the fruitfulness of the soils, chose it to be their place of habitation. Others are of the opinion that they took their original from the Sabians, a people of Arabia, and that before such time as they were put to flight by the Assyrians or Ethiopians, that had been so aforesaid. You see that? So now it's distinguishing Ethiopians. Some other report that the Africans descended from certain people of Asia, who being chased hence by the reason of the war which were waged against them, fled into Greece, which at the same time had no inhabitants at all. Howbeit the enemy still pursuing them, they were forced to cross the Sea of Morea and being arrived in Africa, to settle themselves there, but their enemies abroad still in Greece. All which opinions and reporters are to be understood only of the original of the tiny people, that is to say, of the Nubians and barbarians. Watch this. Watch what he says with exclamation point. He says, for all the Negroes or blackamoors take the descent from Cush, the son of Cam, or Ham, who was the son of Noah. But whatsoever difference there be between the Negroes and the tiny Moors certainly is that they had all one beginning. For the Negroes are descendants of the Philistines, and the Philistines of Mizraim, the son of Cush. But the tiny Moors fetched their pedigree from the Sabians, and it is evident that Saba was begotten of Ramah, which was the eldest son of Cush. Diverse other opinions there be as touching this matter, which because they seem not so necessary, we have purposely omitted. Okay. So now I ask Nate the Snake Roberts from IUIC. This man was born in Granada. He's speaking of those times, but yet you're using a book mentioning a bunch of so-called black Jews, and he's saying right here that Negroes or blackamoors, which you guys claim, all right, ruled Europe. They're descendants of who? Ham. This is an African of that time. So here he's saying, and in the other book I got, which is called The Lost Tribes of Myth, a Myth, Suggestion Towards Rewriting Hebrew History, right? Nate the Snake likes to read, doesn't like to read the book. He likes to show the map, but doesn't show that the map is actually proving that these Philistines are freaking Africans. So now we're seeing that they themselves call themselves Africans. Now we're seeing that there are Africans here that were not treating our people good. And that the caciques, a good portion of them, weren't even our people, that they were actually mulattoes who come from the descent of Africans. What the hell is this? What's going on?
Copy.
What's going on? So now we got to be mindful. We got to be mindful, fam, what this is. Like, well, I'm going to show you one last page here. He himself separates himself from a Hebrew. Watch this. This is on page 298, same book. The Egyptians, as Moses writeth, fetched their original from Mizraim, the son of Cush, the son of Cam, the son of Noah. This is what he says. And the Hebrews call both the countries and the inhabitants of Egypt by the name of Mizraim. The Arabians call Egypt Selfie or Selfie. I don't know how. You see what I'm saying, fam? Look, and he keeps going. Also, the inhabitants call themselves by the same name. Either they're left with true Egyptians beside a few Christians. The residue embraces the Mohammedan religion, have mingled themselves among the Arabians and the Moors. The kingdom was governed many years by the Egyptians themselves. If you keep going and going and going, it's just literally like just proving his point. The Hebrews call both the countries and the inhabitants Egypt by the names of Mizraim. Why didn't he say us Hebrews? There's a lot of avenues to take with these classes, to be honest with you, family. Because like, as I'm seeing Ethiopia, and I told you I do read. Ethiopia wasn't always considered Africa. And when you look at the Bible, geographically, the way it's mentioned, Ethiopia by the river of Euphrates, I believe. Geographically, it's like, wait a minute, why would it be there? I got this book called Anacalypsis, and it actually talks about that. So maybe I'll do a class on that one. But anyhow, let's see. Okay, so we got this. All right, we got that out the way. Let's see what else. Here, let me read this real quick for y'all. These are facts, fam. Sirach 40. Watch what it says, okay? Great travail is created for every man, and a heavy yoke is upon the sons of Adam. From the day that they got out of their mother's womb to the day that they return to the mother of all things. So this is it, fam. Okay. This is it. This is really why. This is the whole reason. This is our battle. This is us finding who we are. We got to dig deep, fam. We lost it. We got to get it back. We got to get it back. And the only way we get it back is by studying, learning the scriptures, seeing who we are according to the Bible. Let me see. I'm not missing anything else. I think I have everything here. Let me see. Hold up. Mm-hmm. Well, which link? What book? I think I did. Oh, the Leo Africanus. Hold on, let's see. Here, I'll put it right here. That one. Yeah, that one. And this video is pretty cool too. You guys should watch it. It's called Historiadores destruyen la leyenda negra. And then it says here, negros de la alta sociedad de los que Netflix y HBO no hablan. Because they make a lot of movies about black. You see, fam, it goes back to the whole concept. We used to say, why do we keep seeing movies about Holocaust every 2 years, right? But now we're seeing movies about slavery every 2 years. So guess what? Guess who's not in these movies? We're not. There's no connotation of slavery with our people. None. Not at all. You see, when it comes to our gente, right? Almost every black person is okay with manifest destiny. That's not a topic that they ever disregard or argue about. Okay? So ours is just a manifest destiny, but theirs is a prophecy? Oh, they were enslaved? Supposedly. But it's just a prophecy. Let me show you this. This is who they are. And they're still this way. Look, okay, hold on. Matter of fact, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna show it now. I'm gonna show you guys something real quick. Something that this guy said, and I'm gonna hold y'all to it because it isn't right. First of all, I'm gonna show you this here. I'm gonna show you this because just how she feels, that's how we feel. Okay? Let me look for you, you bastard. Let me look for you. Hold on a second, fam. I'm about to put a smash on this fool. Where are you? Come on, show your face. I probably don't have the link anymore. Or maybe I do, and it's just, lost in translations of links and multiple links. Let me see, is this here? Give me a second, fam. Bear with me. Oh, hold on. Is it this one? Is it this one? No. Is it this one? No, that's stupid. Bear with me, family. Is it this one? No, it's not that one. I wanted to show this because it's a statement that he said. So I want to hold y'all to your statement. Because you're asking for it. You're asking for this. So I want to hold you to it. And I'm not going to let you get away with it. Not in this channel. We look, fam, you got to remember that, unfortunately, there is such a thing as, let me see, is this it? Okay, I think I'm getting close, fam. I think I'm getting close. I think it's this one.
So as we continue,
hold on a second. Let me turn it down. It's really loud.
some of these conversations about Afro-Latino.
We're
Oh, no.
Dominican and
Let's see. Is it this one? No, not her. Not this one. I'm getting close though. Is it this one? Is it this one? What the hell? How come I don't have it anymore? Give me a second, fam. Just bear with me. 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 Oh God, no! I don't want to see that one. If I don't find it, fam, I'm just gonna go ahead and continue. I don't like that. I don't have it. You know, it's really annoying to me because honestly, it has all the other videos, but not that one. Literally. It's like, dude, what the hell? Anyway, so I'll explain to you. This guy has this girl, right? This, I guess, black girl, and she's complaining and crying about the fact that she was not chosen for a job. That, you know, it isn't fair because she doesn't speak Spanish. And, you know, you got these guys, the African diaspora fools, making a video about the very same thing. Okay. So now they're saying, oh, yeah, you know, you Hispanics are racist. And then that, you know, all Hispanics, for the most part, have a racist connotation. Then he said, oh, you know, except the indigenous. Right? He wants to kind of like throw that, like that little. So then he goes and says, so we should judge people as a nation. Okay. And I agree.
Africa.
We should judge people as nations. So this goes out to you. You know how like we got black folks that say, dear white people, dear black people. Okay. This goes out to you. You want to be, you want to judge people by nations. This is what African diaspora said. We should judge people by nations. Okay. Perfect. Let's go.
African Queens, the Netflix series follows the life of 17th century warrior Queen Njinga, who ruled over Ndongo and Matamba, which were located in what's known today as Angola. Njinga established a lucrative slave trade with the Dutch, who purchased as many as 13,000 slaves per year from her kingdom. Queen Njinga stated that she maintained a harem of 50 to 60 men, dressing them as women, and would fight each other to the death for the right to share her bed for the night. In her efforts to expand her slavery trade, in November 1627, she attempted to negotiate with the Portuguese, sending a peace delegation and a gift of 400 slaves. African Queen.
Can you see, just seriously, right? Okay. So now we see here African slaves and all these things and all this and that, right? Okay. All right. So we're judging you as a nation. This is not no joke or anything. It's just being serious. All right. So now I'm going to finish with this video, fam, and that's it. That's it. Let's see if it's this one. Hold on. No, it's not this one. Oh, actually, no. You know what, fam? I want to do this. This was actually posted on Facebook. This is a young lady from Mexico, one of our young sisters, and so apparently she was kidnapped. Okay. I want you guys to consider this. This is just me passing over the message, okay? She was unfortunately kidnapped. 14 years old. I have 2 daughters, family. I have 4 kids. I can't imagine going through this. Okay. So, mi gente que está en Mexico, maybe somehow we get this picture out there. This is our sister right here. She was taken from her parents. Okay? This is serious stuff, fam. This beautiful little girl, was taken from her parents. All right? Now, I'm sorry, family, I'm gonna cuss right now, but you fucking know that these damn demons, man, I can't even imagine what they would hurt this little child. She's 14, family. Do you understand? Pray for her family. Pray, and hopefully, man, this passes out. This stuff is no joke. I don't wish this upon anybody. I don't care who you are. I don't care who you are. I don't care what nation you are. You're not. No, I don't care. I don't wish that upon nobody. I know we lost our children, but I don't wish that upon nobody. I let the Most High deal with that shit. But here, just like on a people level, man, I don't wish that upon anybody. So look out, fam. All right. Hopefully y'all can pass that message out, and it gets home. Okay, here it goes right here. This is the oh my God, this gets better, fam. And you see, this is why now, when you start looking at the stupidity of these indoctrinized heathens, you're like, really, man, it's a joke. Let's go. Listen to this. Oh, wait. Before we do, because I do want to hold on. Let me remind him. Okay. This is from Africa's Gift to America. Okay. And you know what? I provide a lot of info and books because, like, I'm not doing everyday classes. So I might as well just throw them out there with y'all, together, and hopefully you guys can read too. All right. So it says Africa's Gift to America, the Afro-American in the making of this and saving of the United States. Okay. Supposedly, y'all saved America. Okay. Well, you were a good element of the conquest. Yeah. You were conquerors, of course. The white man couldn't have done it without you. You see, we know that because even in history, we show that the white man doesn't do shit without you. They need you guys. Okay? So it's very clear. Sorry, Mr. White folks. That's just a fact. Watch this. Okay. It says here, let's start at page 47. Frederick Moore says there can be no mistaking about the records of history, which states that thousands of Christian slaves, many of them British, white people, were sold in the great white markets of Salé. But the book is called Passing of Morocco, page 133-34, 1908. Voltaire, who lived that time, tells in the 11th chapter of the Cantos of the Color of the Moors, black and mulattoes, and of their capture sales of white people. Moulay Ismail, Emperor of Morocco, an almost full-blooded black, had 10,000 white slaves to build his stable, Meknes, and the regiment of white born in captivity. As later, let me skip all of this. No, I'll just read it. Abel Busses, who went to see him on a mission sent by Louis, I guess, the 14th, described his appearance, and tells of the white slaves he saw. Other writers of the time, as Pédon de Saint Olnin and Lempriere, had done the same. As late as 1810, white Americans were captured on the high seas and sold at great slave ports of Salé, Morocco. That's why the Ottoman War occurred. That's why you see Britain and America were passing laws to abolish slavery, because they were trying to pass laws to abolish black people from enslaving white people. That's why you ever look this word up, the Uniform Commercial Code. The Uniform Commercial Code, the UCC. It is a law of the waters that countries maintain to have some kind of civility. Look it up. Let me continue. Some were taken in islands as far as Timbuktu. After America won independence, she had to put away tribute to the North African powers. Damn. Better known as the Barbary pirates, to sail the North Atlantic. In 1785, 2 American ships were captured and their crew made prisoners. In October and November 1793, 119 Americans were captured. First Americans in North Africa. Further details, European captives as far as north of Sweden taken to Africa are nature knows no color line. Is it true, Pam? One West pushes this. They conquered America. They conquered Europe. So who the hell did they enslave? The white man. Now they want to say that, oh, that's biblical. Yeah, but you know what? Where does it say that the Hebrews would enslave the white man for 1,000 years? That it would be us. If the kingdom already fell in 70 AD and we ruled them again, wouldn't we have the kingdom again? That's stupid, isn't it? You see, fam? Pay attention. Out of the heart, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. You see this a lot. Watch this. I'm going to read this point. Y'all can read this book later. First Africans, not slaves. Strong documentary proves that the first Africans in America were not slaves, and that chattel slavery of them did not start until 1659 or 1682, as given by competent researchers. They're right here. Russell, in his chapter Origin of the Free Negro Class, calls the belief that the first Negroes were slaves a popular error maintained and supported by a large number of writers. The evidence clearly points to the customary indenture for Virginia archive shows that throughout the second quarter of the 17th century, Negroes were being released at the end of the period of indenture. Read the book, The Virginia Old Dominion, page 88, shows that. Okay? But here we see too, and I've showed you guys books that they were already enslaving people. Negroes had slaves. So who were the people being enslaved? Watch this, family. Listen to this ridiculousness.
600 BC, King Nebuchadnezzar of Babylon came in and captured Israel, and he took many of them back to Babylon with him. But he also sent some to the province of the Iberian Peninsula, which is modern day Portugal and Spain. He sent them here. Many people from the royal house of David, Jews, black Jews, were sent to Spain in 600 BC. All right, so they resided there. And then let's fast forward to 70 AD. We're going to do 70 AD. That's when the Romans came in. They had already killed our Savior, Christ. But 70 years later, they waged war on Jerusalem and Israel, and they killed millions of people. And they also...
All right. So I want to show you something. He said that Nebuchadnezzar, all of that, then they went with that some of these black Jews went to Spain. And now he's saying that 70 AD, the Romans came. Okay? We're talking about history here, okay? All right, let's go. I want you to remember what he said.
Sent a few, or at least 500,000 to, guess where? Spain and Portugal. Okay? Because the governor there at that time wanted more help. He wanted more workers. So many of our people left Israel and escaped the Romans and traveled sub-Saharan Africa. Here's the Sahara Desert. They traveled lower than that, and they met with African tribes.
All right, so remember he said that Romans, there's several points here that you could really destroy, but I'm just kind of pointing it out, fam. First, he said that the black Jews left that area because the Romans, because they were going to enslave them, okay? Then he says that these black Jews went to Africa because supposedly they weren't going to enslave them. Okay, let's see.
And there was a difference between the African tribes and the Jews. They both were dark, but Africans were darker, and that's not a bad thing.
You guys hear that? Hey, exactly. You can't be the slave and the slave master. Where is that? Where's the? Thank you, man. Thank you. So, like, check it out. He goes, the Africans were blacker, but that's not a bad thing. Okay, watch this. This gets interesting, right? Let's go.
But the Jews were a little bit less darker, but the Jews were from the line of Shem. Africans are from the line of Ham.
So Africans are just a little bit darker than you guys, but you look exactly like freaking Africans.
They were already in Africa. So what they've done over here, America, they just put us all in one big group. They didn't recognize us as being from different nations. Okay, so our people traveled here and resided. Some even traveled here and resided, and even here and resided. But the key issue is that Judah was right here. Jews were right here. Jews were right here. Now.
Okay, cool. Sounds good. Mr. TikTok. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, cool. He says the Jews are right here, right? So a couple points. He said that these guys left and they went to the Iberian Peninsula, supposedly. Then he says, well, in after 70 AD, we went this way because, slavery. Okay. But didn't Africans enslave you too? And then to top it all off, right? Watch this, fam. This is what I'm talking about. This is why you can debunk their stupidity. Deuteronomy chapter 28:33 says, the fruit of thy land and all thy labors shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up. Mr. African man, you've known of the Romans forever. You've been over there. Okay? That's one. Verse 36. The Lord shall bring thee and thy kings, which thou set over thee, unto a nation, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known. But you just said that you knew of the Romans and you left them. Okay? Then you said that, oh, we went up to the Iberian Peninsula. If you believe that you guys ruled Europe, then that means you had the black Jesus with the black Madonna, with the black Virgin Mary, and the black Christ, right? All of that shit. So then this makes no sense. The Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from one end of the earth even unto another. And there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou, that's right, nor thy fathers have known. Wait a minute. But you knew the Romans. You knew the Romans. And then what about Acts 2:5? And there were dwelling at Jerusalem Jews, devout men, out of every nation under heaven, which spoke, guess what? They spoke Parthians, Medes, verse 9, Elamites, Mesopotamia, Judea, Cappadocia, and Pontus in Asia, Phrygia, Pamphylia, and Egypt, and parts of Libya, and Cyrene, and strangers of Rome. But you want to run to Deuteronomy 28 and say that this nation, which you knew not, enslaved you. But you Negroes knew them. You see, one thing we know for a fact, us here, Hebrews, in this continent, we don't know them. We've never met them. You see, but matter of fact, fam, I forgot to show you this. I'm sorry. I know I'm probably going a little long, but I want to show you this. I want to show you this. This is important, okay? Where you at? Right here. You see, these Fopi guys, right? Fopis and Aboriginals, all these people like to use this guy here, Diodorus Siculus. Okay? And they're saying, yeah, you see, he shows that, thousands of a long time that Canaanites were over here, Africans were over here. Yeah. All that shit. What I like is that you Canaanites knew of this land. And you reserved it for the very last. You even said it yourselves. And as you can see, the migration of the Canaanites in Tyre and all those damn Africans, right? They're running from their curse. And in every way possible, they're trying to take advantage of it. Edom's getting theirs, man. I'm not sweating it. But now you guys are going to be discovered in thy skirts. If you go down to, matter of fact, let me give you guys a link real quick here. Bam. Check it out yourselves. Watch. You go to number 519, I believe. Go down. Don't ask me how I found it, fam. It's the Most High, because I don't even remember where I find these things, honestly. I think I just keep searching and it just pops up. It says right here. 519. Where are you? 519. Okay, here it goes. All right. They like to say, matter of fact, I'll show you. They like to use this right here, this book right here. They like to use this book right here. It's from the color knows no bloodline or something. Oh, here it goes. Here, fam, look. Sorry, bring it up. You see this, Nathaniel Israel? This is from that app I was telling you about. Look, Pan-Africanist. You see? I'm not lying. He's a freaking Pan-Africanist, man. So you guys want to follow his ass? By all means, go. Go follow him. Go give him your daughters. Go marry your daughters to these Canaanites and then Edomites that look black. Go. Hold on a second. Where are you? Give me a second here, fam. I am looking for the page. This is from. I should be able to find it quick. Okay. Excuse my daughter. It's having a hard time. Oh, here it goes right here. This is from the Jew and Negro. Watch what he says. This is supposedly to support that. Yeah, they were here before. Watch it. Did the Negroes know of America? Diodorus Siculus. This is a book that's pro-Africa, right? Pro-black people, Hebrews, supposedly, whatever. Diodorus Siculus tells us that the Phoenicians in earlier times sailed beyond Hercules' pillars along the African coast, and there, meeting with storm and tempest, were carried to the remotest part of the ocean. And after many days came to a vast island at a great distance in Libya, and lying far west. The Phoenicians informed the Carthaginians of this place, and the Carthaginians prohibited other nations of settling in it. They reserving it for themselves as a place of retirement if they should ever be driven from their native soil. Right? See that? The inhabitants of the old world had some faint knowledge of America derived to them either from the Egyptians or Carthaginians. You see, we were the original Indians. Okay, cool. Sounds good. Well, you should have showed more than that. Because here, I'm going to show you your skirts. Let's see. Right here. This one right here. Let me magnify it. All right. Here it goes. Sorry, fam. What did I just do?
By the way, family, this was shoot, how long ago was this? I had done this. I'm just I'm not feeling well, which is why I didn't do the other class. But I was responding to some school that's been, I guess, recently brought out the Esmeralda Viceroyals were our gente. That's not true. You could throw that shit in the trash. Anyhow, but I had mentioned that there were black Edomites a long time ago. Okay, way before that other BHI camp that likes to wear black and gold. I've been saying this for a while now. This channel started in May of 2022. We're already in 2024. Okay, so don't let them fool you. If they got it, they definitely got it from me because they didn't get it from nobody else. Let's go. They didn't find shit new.
All right, here it goes. This is from 5.18.1, 5.19.1. It says, now that we have discussed this is where they got it from, okay? This is where the Jew Negro got this shit from. But now we have discussed what relates to the islands which lie between the pillars of Hercules. We shall give an account of those which are in the ocean. For there lies out of deep off Libya an island considerable size, and situated as it is in the ocean. It is distant from Libya, a voyage of number of days to the west. The land is fruitful, much of it being mountainous, and not a little being a level plain of surpassing beauty. Through it flows navigable rivers, which are used for irrigation. Pay attention. Through it flows navigable rivers which are used for irrigation. Okay, who's using them? Okay, let's go. The island contains many parks planted with trees. Huh? Okay. And every variety in gardens in great multitudes, which are traversed by stream of sweet water. What? On it also are private villas of costly construction. What? And throughout the gardens, banqueting houses have been constructed in a settling of flowers. And in them, the inhabitants pass their time during the summer, since the land supplies in abundance everything which contributes to the enjoyment of luxury. And he keeps going and going and going and saying that, like, this is an abundant place, right? So here is where they bring this up. Watch this. In the ancient times, this island remained undiscovered because of the distance from the entire inhabited world. But it was discovered at a later period for the following reasons. The Phoenicians, who from ancient times on made voyages continually for the purpose of trade, planted many colonies throughout Libya, and not a few as well as the western parts of Europe, right? White Africans. Hey, shalom, Eddie. And since their ventures turned out according to their expectations, they amassed great wealth and essayed to voyage beyond the pillars of Hercules in the sea, which men call the ocean. 2. And first of all, upon the straits itself by the pillars, they found a city on the shores of Europe. Okay, so now we're going to the pillars, right? And since the land formed a peninsula, they called the city Gardaria. Oh, wait, hold on a second. Is this it? Oh, no, this one's it. I'm sorry. 520.3, right here. Here it goes, right here. Here's where the Jew Negro uses it. So they ignore all of this here, right? But they do use this. It says, the Phoenicians then, while exploring the coast outside of the pillars for the reasons we have stated, and while sailing along the shores of Libya, were driven by winds at a great distance into the ocean. And after being storm-tossed for many days, they were carried offshore on the islands we mentioned above, right here. And when they observed its felicity in nature, they caused it to be known unto all men. Consequently, the Therhanians, at the time they were the masters of the sea, purposed to dispatch a colony to it. Why a colony, fam? To colonize. How do you colonize? You colonize other people. Okay? But the Carthaginians prevented their doing so, partly out of the concern lest many inhabitants of Carthage should remove there because of the excellence of the island. So if they leave, they lose power. They were not dumb. And partly in order to have ready in it a place in which to seek refuge against an incalculable turn of future, in case some total disaster should overtake Carthage. For this was their thought, that since they were the masters of the sea, they would thus be able to move, household and all, to an island which was unknown to their conquerors. But see, the Negro Jew, so-called, forgets to say this. Private villas, constructions throughout the gardens. And there were people there living in abundance. Who were those people? I don't have to tell you. Second Ezra 13:40, it says, and those with the 10 tribes who were carried away prisoners out of their own land in the time of Hosea, king, whom Salmanassar, king of Assyria, led away captive and carried them over the waters. And so they came into another land. If you read this, right, you'll know how we got here. But don't stop at verse 44 like they tell you. Or 45, I'm sorry. Go to 46 and 47 because it says that we're going to be sent back to the same way. And in my other classes, I've showed you guys how we travel this way. But anyways, that's not the point right now. The point is that these so-called Africans or fake converts, they love to leave shit out. But that's a fact. That this island was not uninhabited when they found it. They knew we were here. But you see, they're not going to show this to you because it doesn't fit the narrative. So now, fam, that's all I got. Because honestly, look, I've tackled the black conquistadors I've tackled, what's his name? King James. I've tackled that these black people knew who we were even before and how they were waiting for. Why do you think Grenada is when everything exploded? As soon as Grenada happened, they came here. Why? That's the question, right? So family, I'm telling you to be mindful. And this goes, and by the way, this goes to you. Well, first of all, I'm going to say this.
All right, let's get busy. This is from What Up, Though.
I know that I come hard at y'all, so-called African Americans, right? I'm not saying that all of you guys are not our gente. I know for a fact that our people did mix with you. But if you don't see past what I'm saying, then you're not ever going to understand. Listen to, if this takes this brother to get you guys to understand. Like, right, that's why I said it before. You see, where we come from, we know that there are people that look like us that will totally sell us. It's time that y'all start waking the hell up. Or you're going to fall into your own damnation. I'm just trying to be real with everybody. Listen, let's go.
All right, let's get busy. This is from What Up, Though. It says, if you think about it, why do you think they gave us MLK Day as a holiday? It makes sense. It does make sense because every last person and entity within the Black History movement, whether it be female or male, are Eastern Stars and Freemasons of the Black Boule, Prince Hall, Elks, etc. They only give adoration and respect to the sellouts of the black community, like Thurgood Marshall, W.E.B. Du Bois, and etc. Everybody that's on that thing that they celebrate and teach about in school are known and proven sellouts. There's public documentation of this. All you have to do is look it up. This is a good comment. They gave us this and they forced us down. They forced us down our throats of westernized education and ideologies to keep us further and further away from what we're supposed to be. So yeah, that is true. All Freemasons.
Told you, family. So you brothers and sisters, man, y'all stay strong, stay in the fight, stay reserved. You know, be the Hebrews that you guys were meant to be. You know what I'm saying? Because we are going to be through these great travails. That's part of already our calling. It's already what we're going to be doing. Okay. All right. But it is, but hey, man, I would rather fight for this any day than go back to the misery that I was with before with my ism. That's any day, fam. I thank the Most High for waking me up, and it ain't easy. Isaiah 47, and I'm done with this after this. Come down and sit on the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt be no more called tender and delicate. Take the millstone and grind mill. Uncover thy locks, make bare the leg. Uncover thy thigh, pass over thy rivers. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered. Yea, thy shame shall be seen. And I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. Keep this in mind. And as for our Redeemer, the Lord our host is his name, the Holy One of Israel. Sit thou silent and get thee in darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called the Lady of Kingdoms. Now here, look at this. I was wroth with my people. I have polluted my inheritance and given them unto thine hand. Thou didst show them no mercy. Upon the ancients thou hast verily heavily laid thy yoke. Well, this real quick. But these two things shall come in verse 9. But these two things shall come to thee in a moment of one day. The loss of children and widow. They shall come upon thee in their perfection of the multitude of sorceries, and for great abundance of thy enchantments. And for thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, for thou hast said, none seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it hath perverted thee, and thou hast said in thy heart, I am, and none else beside me. And guess what, fam? That's not the fact that's going to be. They're going to get destroyed. So, again, all praises to the Most High that we're here together. I appreciate y'all being here. Let me see if I'm not leaving anything out. Let me see. Is this it? There are also other things that he built. No, I don't want to read that. I don't want to read that because I read it before. It's all good. Anyways, if anybody be the children of the most, yeah, man, shalom for sure. Shalom. I appreciate you guys watching and you know being around here. Take notes of the books that I have. Sorry that I throw so much at y'all, fam, but it's like I'm trying to do as much as I can. I went 3 hours today, so Lord willing, y'all get edified. Okay, outside of that, let me see if I have oh, watch this real quick. I'm gonna show you this video, and I'm gonna end it with this video. You know me, man. I like to kind of show stuff, and I try to be as
En USPS reinventamos nuestra red.
I try to be as clear with my messages, and I like to use parables or examples. But this is here. This is why. Remember the scripture I first brought out, right? When 2 Thessalonians. Okay. Be not deceived, for the mysteries are already at work. All right. Watch this. If you guys never heard of this, it's called zombie parasite. Cordyceps fungus takes over the insects through mind control. So apparently this fungus releases like some kind of chemicals, right? Releases chemicals. And then when it releases chemicals, but not all fungi feed on the dead. Watch this. And this is why I'm telling you guys, we need to be very mindful. Put on the helmet of salvation. Examine ourselves. We're in the faith and stay as humble as possible, fam. And the last thing you want to do is pray for, I want riches and destruction for the enemy. Nah, man, y'all need to pray for forgiveness, for repentance, because that's all we got. F the rest, family. Pray for repentance. Let the Most High deal with the vengeance part. Y'all need to pray for repentance because we owe it a lot. All of this happened because of us. Ain't no one else. Let's go. Watch this real quick.
Feed on the dead. Days ago, a spawn landed on this ant. Now she's acting strange.
Hey, did we not act like that when we first saw, like, I can look at the 12 tribes, man, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians of the 10 tribes of Israel. Everybody's like, dude, you're going crazy. Watch.
A network of roots has infiltrated her muscles. Her body has been taken over by cordyceps, a parasitic fungus. It floods her brain with chemicals, drugging her, compelling her to head where conditions are perfect. Just the right amount of light, just the right amount of humidity for the parasite growing inside. It forces her to clamp down in a death bite.
You see that, fam? Like, the reason I'm showing this is like it forces her to clamp down in a death bite. Have we not showed these channels to our gente? I've showed this that, like, I posted this to my brothers that are in these camps. They don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it. They're clamped down in this black Jesus, in this black God, and the idea that they're going to turn into black people and fly UFOs.
And cordyceps reveals its gruesome nature.
See? The root of all evil was what? What was the root of all evil? What was the beginning? Did I forget already? Wisdom of Solomon 14 and 12. It says here, for the devising of idols was the beginning of spiritual fornication and the invention of them that corrupt life. So how is this guy corrupted? How are we being corrupted? We got this doctrine flying around and it's settling in the minds of our people, and they're really feeding off of this shit. Look.
After 3 weeks of growth, cordyceps can release its own spores, infecting more ants.
So now you bring this damn doctrine to your home, to your family, to your cousins, your uncles, and now everybody's confused.
Releasing more spores, infecting more ants. Releasing more spores, infecting more ants, infecting more ants, more ants, more ants, more ants. Cordyceps can wipe out entire ant colonies.
You see that, family? This is the same concept. Where it goes in one, it goes in all. The same spiritual war, it goes in one, it goes in all. That's why when you're guarding you're guarding yourself to keep spirits from your household. And unfortunately, a lot of our people are stuck in these camps, and they're dead ants. I hope that sticks around. I hope that sticks to y'all. I hope that really does stick to you guys. I know I said I was done, but Most High just asked me to do this. Colossians 2:8, beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the traditions of men, after the rudiments of the world, and not after Christ.
But more than just ants are at risk. There are...
See, now it kills all kinds of animals. And isn't that what's going on? That's why it says, the man of perdition be revealed. That's why Revelations 1 and 3 says, does it say, it goes right here? Hold on real quick. Just real quick. It says here, blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand. Anyhow, fam, listen, that's all I got, man. I wish I could go further. I can't. Honestly, that's really it. That's all I got. So, Lord willing, I can get another class going. So officially, family, I have sold my home. It is official. We made a little bit, not a lot. All praise to the Most High. So I am going to be moving. And I don't know, man. It's going to be tough trying to get these classes going, because I'm kind of in a situation where I may have to move to a smaller place. I'm waiting for one particular place, man. If the Most High allows me, I can get that place, and it'll be enough to where we can get some classes continue. So I asked y'all to pray for us. Pray that, we get that other home, not for the luxury of space, but not for the luxury of space, but to continue these classes, man, because it's like the other place I won't have space, and I don't know how I'm going to be able to do it. Anyhow, other than that, shalom, everybody. Appreciate y'all being around. And for you guys that watch later, all praises. For you guys that don't, well, oh well. And for you enemies, hopefully I was able to teach y'all something about yourselves, and that, there are people that look like you that will definitely rob you and rape you, just like they do it in jail. You know what I'm saying? So be smart, fam. Anyways, I got a song for y'all. You know how I roll. I always end it with a song. Where are you? I like this message, man, because the kid is like, I know they'll do, man. They're kids, man. They smoke pot and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody does their thing. But I like the message that he brings, because he's talking about, mentions unity, mentions people, mentions that that's his job to, bring as much, knowledge as you can. Anyways, so I love music. You know what I mean? So anyways, y'all agree, disagree, whatever. It doesn't matter, All right, Rick. So shalom, brother Rick. Shalom, Eddie Alamo. Nice to have you, bro. I don't think I've seen you before. As always, Elishaba, shalom. Eastside, what's up, bro? Solomay, hey, what up? And in case I didn't see anybody else, who did I not see? What am I not seeing? Sometimes there's brothers that come and post something. They'll show up on the the YouTube side, but not on the platform side that I use to communicate better. Okay, cool. Other than that, man, y'all take care. Shalom, Most High, everybody, be prayerful that we stay consistent. I know that some of y'all finished.
All right, family. Well, you guys have a good night. Listen, do me a favor. If you brothers or sisters can post comments after the class is done, it'll help the algorithm. I'm still learning how this works. Hey, appreciate you, VTC, for sending me that message, bro. All right, so Lord willing, I also feel better. Hopefully I don't get sicker, and maybe I'll be seeing you guys soon. If not, it's because I'm sick, fam. So all right, you guys have a good night. I'm gonna end it with this song.
Passover. I couldn't do Passover this month, so I'm gonna do it this month coming up. You know what I'm saying? Again, family, read is number 9, I think, number 9 or 13. Okay, you can actually do that if in case you're unclean or you're traveling. And in my cases, I'm moving, so I can't do it, and we're already getting everything ready. My house is a mess. It wouldn't have been enjoyable. So anyhow, other than that, shalom. Appreciate y'all. Love you, family, and hopefully we can catch another class together again. Hopefully it was edifying. All right, shalom.
Quiero pensar, pero no puedo, no. El ruido en la ciudad está consumiendo, wow. Quieren pensar, sin ni siquiera estar al mando. Tanta publicidad subliminal te está matando. Les cuesta decidir por sí mismos cuál es su bando. Publican sonrisas con el corazón llorando. Quieren brillar, pero sin tener que valerse de tener sus ideas propias. Los veo a todos igual, solo son la réplica de la imitación de una triste copia. Obedece, la vida es un suspiro y envejeces. Te dejas distraer por estupideces y pierdes el eje. Te duele por dentro, entonces te creces, pero aceptas mucho menos de lo que mereces. ¿Y quién te ha dicho a ti que no puedes pensar sobre lo que decís, sobre cómo actuar? Lucha por ser feliz sin a nadie dañar y solo así podrás brillar. ¿Y quién te ha dicho a ti que no puedes pensar sobre lo que decís, sobre cómo actuar? Lucha por ser feliz sin a nadie dañar y solo así podrás brillar. Conserva tu juicio y tu intuición, más activos que el que lucha por lo suyo y no se rinde. Yo ya sé bien cuál es mi misión, y es contarte que el mal por su propio pie pronto se extingue. No caigas bajo su control, pues por la televisión es normal que mal lo pinte. Tú mantente firme en conexión con la fuente de creación, vivirás siempre de fin de. Dios abre los ojos, dime lo que ves. A tus propios hijos matándose por billetes. Niños por cada 2 por 3. Pa' unos es bendición, con otros por su causa pequen. Y yo que intento ser un ser crístico, voy bendiciendo hasta los diablos. Piensan que es cierto el mensaje típico. Dicen que invento lo del engaño, y mientras lucho contra mis errores, demonios escucho, me ofrecen soluciones, pero sé que hay un ángel que quiere que mejore. Me dice haz un trabajo interno antes de que lo ignores, antes que otra vez llores y se llenen los mares de pena y de dolores, ya que en mi mente no caben. La paz no va en un sobre, somos algo importante, nunca te revelaste y por eso no lo sabes. ¿Y quién te ha dicho a ti que no puedes pensar sobre lo que decís, sobre cómo actuar? Lucha por ser feliz sin a nadie dañar y solo así podrás brillar. ¿Y quién te ha dicho a ti que no puedes pensar sobre lo que decís, sobre cómo actuar? Lucha por ser feliz sin a nadie dañar y solo así podrás brillar. Me desperté tan cansado, me sentía mal herido de todo lo que he pasado. No me quita lo aprendido, por dentro me he perdonado, pero casi no me olvido. Me desperté tan cansado, me sentía mal herido de todo lo que he pasado no me quita lo aprendido. Por dentro me he perdonado, pero casi no me olvido, no. Todos repiten lo que dice el referente. Discursos vacíos lejos de ser coherentes. De lo que no sabes será mejor que no inventes. Que investigues y no te dejes lavar la mente. ¿Y quién te ha dicho a ti que no puedes pensar sobre lo que le di, sobre cómo actuar? Lucha por ser feliz sin a nadie dañar y solo así podrás brillar. ¿Y quién te ha dicho a ti que no puedes pensar sobre lo que le di, sobre cómo actuar? Lucha por ser feliz sin a nadie dañar y solo así podrás brillar.